Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It's a great Tuesday. We're just here for a Tuesday. I mean, tomorrow's Wednesday. You got to go to work. Your kids got to go to school. It's just a Tuesday, people. It's just a Tuesday. Garrison, have you had a good Tuesday today?
I've had a solid Tuesday. Sure.
That's good. That's good. Do your parents still get you Valentine's?
My mom actually did give me a card
There
today,
you go.
which is I don't remember her doing that in the past.
This was new. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a little bit of money in it, and I was like, okay, all right. I'm not gonna say no.
I got
awesome.
a Starbucks gift card.
Jacob
From
said
my
that
mother.
without moving his mouth. That was
I know, that was
brilliant.
impressive.
He's a ventriloquist.
I got a Starbucks gift card. How's that?
That's good. Oh gosh. Okay, let's real quick. Oh, okay. Well, hey Roth, how's it going?
It's going well.
Everything
How are
good?
you?
Did you have a
Happy
good
Valentine's
Tuesday?
Day, Michael? Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
good,
I did.
Good.
It was a great Valentine's Day.
Good. Rhett, what about you? A good Tuesday?
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think my kids
Uh-oh.
got a balloon. I don't know.
Didn't get a card with money in it.
Mm.
Oh man. Yeah, that's what my mom used to do also. She would give me like a $5 bill or something. I'm like, thanks,
I
Mom.
think my mom feels bad for me. So
Oh, that's like,
Same.
are you still job hunting? Is that she just feels bad that you're still job hunting?
I start a job on Tuesday,
Wow.
next Tuesday.
Breaking news.
So, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Wow.
No,
Hang
it's
on.
Scoop.
That's a scoop.
I mean, it's
Good
a very
grief.
low level thing, but yeah, I'm working at a
That's
bank.
still a scoop.
So
I like it.
Oh, they're gonna.
Or is that
they'll
more
work
of a
you to death
spoiler?
to bank.
Spoiler. Spoiler. Yeah, exactly.
Happy
They'll
birthday,
notice how
Brian.
that you actually work. Wait, Brian, it's your birthday today?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I feel bad. Happy
Happy
Facebook
birthday.
didn't tell me. I rely on Facebook to tell me when it's people's birthdays. Happy birthday, dude. I may have known
Oh.
that subconsciously, but
First look at Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix as Harley Quinn and Joker.
I know. I know. It's
Wow.
gonna be a wild movie. I don't understand.
Better go look.
Do we want to? Hey, like before we jump into Star Wars, what about those trailers for Super Bowl Sunday? Any
I will
comments
kill
on any?
Tubi.
Yeah, that Tubi
It's not
thing
a
was pretty funny. That was pretty funny though. And that was like after the game, wasn't it?
No,
It
like
was right
fourth
before
quarter,
like the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, fourth
Right,
quarter.
right before the 2-minute warning. Yeah.
Which one? What one?
That Tubi commercial that made it think like your TV was changing.
Oh
that was
yeah.
pretty
No,
funny.
nobody falls for that after She-Hulk.
I yelled.
Right. Go on, Jacob.
I yelled very angrily at the person that was sitting closest to the remote. It's like, Alex, what
are you doing?
There were lots of expletives. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Because I had a little bit of money on the game, and he just looked at me, and he was like, he's British too, and so he didn't really care about the game, and he was just looking at his phone, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I looked over and I saw the remote, and I was like, my bad, this is a commercial. And he was like, okay.
That commercial came on, and I was like, oh, what a cute commercial. Because you could see the background on the announcers. I was like, oh, that's fake. And then I went online, and it was like everyone freaking out about it. I was like, oh man.
The funniest tweet I saw, somebody's
Firestorm.
like, I literally shot my grandpa in the face because of that Tubi commercial.
Good grief.
That's if my grandpa was sitting there, it would have been close.
Yeah. So I
They're
guess
both dead, it doesn't
the big
matter.
trailer was the Flash trailer. What did we think of the Flash trailer?
It's okay.
I thought it was okay.
It wasn't a bad trailer.
I like
wasn't.
it. I like it.
Mhm.
It's
for
exactly
it.
what
I'm
I mean.
for
Look, I practically know the whole plot of the film, which is probably bad. I hate reading. All
That's
the
like
stuff I
Rhett and
read
Indiana
sometimes.
Jones 5.
Yeah.
Rhett knows the whole plot.
Except everything that I know is actually in the trailer currently.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge 1 is what they call it.
Yeah, well,
Not Indy 5.
if this will make you feel any better about the Flash trailer or worse, I don't know. None of the third act is in the trailer.
Mm.
That's pretty much all first and second act, from what I understand.
Okay.
Maybe the boots shot is third, but that depends.
Oh, I like the boot shot. That thing. That's a good
Which is the
shot.
two berries, and you actually see, I believe, both
know
the
that.
berries getting their powers in that trailer too. The lightning striking through both of them.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. Because here's the thing. Okay, the Flashpoint comic, and I can't get into this too much because I don't want to take up too much time. I could rant for an hour. But the Flashpoint comic, he changes the past to save his mother from dying.
Yeah.
Because Thawne went back in time and killed her, and now for some reason Barry
Thrawn?
went back and Thrawn.
Did you say Thrawn?
Thawne.
Oh, Thrawn.
Eobard Thawne,
Oh,
the
okay.
Reverse Flash, went back in
Oh,
time.
Reverse Flash. Right.
Killed Nora Allen. And for some reason, Barry can't fix it now, or the universe turns into a hellscape. Makes no sense. It's really dumb, but it's comics, so we'll move on. Get past that a little bit. Anyway, when Barry appears in this new universe where his mother is alive, Barry doesn't have his powers in the comics, and he actually has to regain them, and he does it through some terrible, like torturous experiments in the comics with Thomas Wayne overseeing them, basically trying to get lightning to strike him with all these chemicals around him, and like it's literally almost killing him in the comic. I don't think they're going to go that bad in the film, and the Batman is not Thomas Wayne in the film. It's like old Bruce now for some reason, because nostalgia sells. Let's be realistic, and we all want to see Michael Keaton with his neck that doesn't move. Back as Batman.
Yeah. No, I liked it too. I liked it. I don't know much. I don't know as much about Flash that you do, obviously, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean,
as a non-comic reader, it makes me happy that I'm not a comic reader. When, like, just because I'm not coming in with the baggage that like Garrison is. Not that that's a bad thing, but like I just get to watch the movie and be like, that was fun.
I mean, the thing is, it looks different enough from Flashpoint, and also I have so many issues with Flash. Oh God. Anyway,
you say you have issues. I mean, like a stack of comics or up here?
Both.
Both. Yeah.
I have every single Flash comic since 1986, and I have a lot more before then, just not all. Well, really, actually, I'd go back. Let's see. Whenever 340 came out, I have every issue since then, which was 84 or 3 or something like that. Anyway.
Wow.
I got a bunch from the 60s.
Flash comics?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Got interesting.
I've got a bunch of flash drives that are just unused and have never been used.
Drives. Oh, okay. That's good.
I'm a collector of Flash, the dog, Roscoe's dog from Dukes of Hazzard.
Can I tell you? Yes. Can I tell you that I hope this film fixes this stereotype. But when I was growing up, and I was a huge Flash comic book fan, I was 7 years old. I bought my first Flash comic, 221, the second issue of Rogue War by Jeff Johns, and I think the art was Scott Collins. It's one of my favorite comic book storylines of all time. Anyway, when I would tell people my favorite superhero of all time was the Flash, they would go, "Oh, I love Flash Gordon."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I really hope that this movie, and maybe even the show, has helped a little bit differentiate those characters.
Yeah, I think the show for sure has helped.
The logo's similar.
So I have a question about that.
It is close.
I've got a question about that. When they said "I love Flash Gordon," did they still mean the guy who runs fast in the comics?
They thought that Flash Gordon also ran fast.
It was the same.
Yeah.
They thought it was the
Okay.
same.
They don't know the comic books.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know Barry Allen and Wally West.
Right, but like, are they thinking of like the superhero, or are they thinking about like Flash, like actual Flash Gordon?
They think the song by Queen is for the movie Flash Gordon, which is the same character as the Flash.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, Sheldon was a big Flash fan, wasn't he? I mean, that's why.
Yeah.
I
don't want to be compared to that cringe character.
Well, if you can pull a gal like Kaylee Cuoco, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
that's not what Sheldon pulled.
Oh, really? I've never seen the show. I don't watch cable.
Yeah, that was Leonard, or
no,
maybe Leonard.
No, the other one. The
one from Roseanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the character's name.
You guys
Galecki.
Yeah, Jared Galecki.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I thought his name was like Leonard on the show. I don't know.
Leonard's the other guy.
Leonard's the
guy with Melissa Ranch.
Oh.
God, you nerds.
I didn't watch it. Look, I did not watch
it. It was they've showed it like 8 times a day.
I enjoyed it when it first came on.
If you flip channels, just like flipping like a flip book, you just see a whole episode running.
I'm not old. I don't flip channels.
I just go on my streaming services.
That's fair.
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive into these 2 episodes, and we'll just like talk about them both together. We don't have to like try and just talk about episode 7 and episode 8. I mean, because they're a 2-parter basically. It's the clone conspiracy and truth and consequences. A lot of the stuff that I feel like is going to happen, like the clone uprising.
Whatever, Melissa, you're wrong.
No, that's right. Leonard is the guy with Penny. Howard is the guy with Melissa Ranch.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all the same. They're all nerds in a bad way. Like they're bad nerds.
Yeah,
But nerds,
I think the representation of
Who's that?
nerds in that show was a
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
yeah, no, I'm with you.
a little interesting.
Let's talk about the clone conspiracy and Truth and Consequences. I love this episode because like nobody from the main series, like the Bad Batch, is not even in episode 7. Really, I love that. Oh, hey, there's Earl. What's up, buddy?
Just in time.
Just in time. You made it.
I'm not just in time. I'm Dr. Earl.
Hey, zing!
I'll
You
be
missed
here all week.
You missed our Flash conversation.
Zika.
I know you would have enjoyed that.
Oh man, did I miss a Flash conversation?
Yeah, you did. You missed the
Oh.
Flash conversation.
Savior
talking-
of the universe. That Flash?
They're like, I wouldn't say I've been missing. I was missing it.
Yeah.
Wow, does Red have a stash? What's going on?
Yeah,
there?
look at this.
Wow, that's magnificent.
Simultaneously look 30 and 80.
It's hard. It's hard to do. Yeah.
Oh,
So
it
the
was a
clone
cowboy off of 1923 or something. I thought.
Earl,
you know.
Oh, yeah.
Earl,
just
he
a
watched
stash.
the episodes of Bad Batch.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
Ooh. No, he did not. No,
Yeah, he did. He watched
Oh
them.
man, they were good this time.
Yeah.
A little bit. I was on kind of a time crunch. I kind of skipped a little bit, but I watched them.
Okay.
Most of it.
This time. They were good.
So,
This time, yes.
right. Yeah. I mean, this episode, the 7th episode, was awesome to me because no Bad Batch,
Nope.
just clone stuff, and it was very conspiracy driven. Hence the title of the episode.
Yep.
And some of the stuff that I speculate is going to happen through the clone uprising, because they're talking in the bar. There's like under hushed tones. What do we think's going on? It was very clandestine. I loved it.
Yeah, I
Clandestine.
think something that's been missing from animation for a long time is are lengthy political debates.
Yes,
You know,
I
so-
agree. I
Naming
agree.
your characters after things like Halliburton and stuff
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I watched.
Yes,
them.
Brian. Yes.
I will say that I was blown away by the animation. The
Oh,
character models are okay. They're like stylized, right? That's not great.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
backgrounds,
pretty standard.
the establishing shots just of everything just look fantastic.
Right.
The sound design is great. The score is pretty good.
Mhm.
Kiner,
The
yeah.
lighting, the atmospheric feel that I don't know if every episode is like that, but these were I found to be very atmospheric.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really,
yes.
like it was pretty quality work. Few good lines. I mean, I didn't have a lot negative to say about the experience of watching this Star Wars cartoon.
Or dumb cartoon, as Ross would say. Exactly.
Yeah, if you want to see like a really good animation, go back to the episode before this and just look at the establishing shot of Kashyyyk. It's
That's true.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the
That's
best.
true.
Well, yeah,
Not that the episode was strong, but all the
No,
stuff.
don't-
like
the
that.
first
that
shot that
doesn't
really
need to go
struck
back.
me was the Senate building. That
Yes.
establishing shot of it is just
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah.
Mhm.
Coruscant looked great. I think the opening was just kind of a couple of scenes of like downtown in Coruscant, with the cars flying by, just kind of
Mhm.
quiet, atmospheric. It really looked
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
good. Yeah, beautiful,
Now,
like Rio.
The characters sometimes are not quite as like they're a little stiff and wooden sometimes. I still
Yeah,
think.
well, the models are not good, and then Palpatine's face model, it's really wooden, like
Mm.
texturally, it looks like wood to me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
man, the
yeah.
first season of the Clone Wars was
Mhm.
that way.
Especially
I mean,
there.
that's
Yeah.
what they were going for.
And I feel like they're trying to keep the same pattern of
Yeah, but-
like it's I don't know. It's an artistic choice, I guess.
It is, yeah, it's real stylized, and that's fine.
Well, they just want everything to look like a maquette. They want like everything to look like a maquette.
Bringing the maquette back. That's a deep cut.
That is a deep cut. But that's what they would do. They would make the maquettes, and then the animation would look just like, especially first season of Clone Wars, looked like
Mhm.
a wood maquette. I mean, it was pretty awesome.
They're just
I've
like,
got no strings.
That's a marionette.
oh, that's a marionette. Sorry, wrong thing.
Wrong one.
Hey,
Dr.
but you
Earl's
gotta
been
admit,
watching
That was a pretty
Pinocchio.
good marionette. you know.
It was. So Garrison, any takeaways from these episodes? And again, combine them. Don't try and just like
What?
separate. You know.
I really, like you did, I really enjoyed that the first episode was Bad Batchless. And that
Yes.
we got to kind of explore this side of the universe that we knew would connect to the Bad Batch in the next episode. I 100% was like, okay, well, they're going to get involved in the situation.
Sure.
I like that it all came together. It's probably the best storyline we've gotten, and it's all kind of a building storyline. We got a lot of this in the first season. Obviously, the destruction of Camino and the conscripted soldiers being introduced in the first season. But I really liked all this coming together in this episode. It just makes me think, though, that they could definitely shorten this season into.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get some more filler episodes.
I feel like
yeah.
you shorten the season into 8 episodes or something, and I'm speaking without hindsight. And it would flow better. It would be we'd probably be raving about how great it is.
That's
you
true.
know. But instead, we got to sit through 16 episodes where half of them are filler. I mean, that's the problem.
It's like Adventure of the Week, where it's like.
But this is. Let me just reiterate. This was great. I really like these.
Yeah,
episodes.
This was you know, for the Clone Wars, this was like an Andor level. You know, not well. Let's not get crazy, but
No, but
you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, because I felt that way too. Like I felt like it was
There's
it was
seriousness to
a
it.
mature story.
Mhm.
You know,
Gritty for Star Wars a little bit.
Yeah, there was a darkness to it, and then I mean they did that stylistically too, like aesthetically with the lighting and everything else, and I liked it. I was now I feel like I probably that's
now you
maybe not
understand.
standard like that. Well, but that's not how they mostly are.
No, not
Be
really.
like, now this is crap again, but
Yeah. They're not all. I mean, they're. I'm trying to remember last season if there was anything like that. I mean, obviously the season finale it was pretty dark. But
and I like to watch Rio Chuchi walk out of a room. To be honest.
Here's the sales pitch for season 1. Okay, Rhett. It's got Ton Wien.
Okay, well that's pretty solid. That's but she dies.
But she dies though.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want that. I don't break my heart.
I mean, it's rough. Yeah.
And then we have this old Caminoan lady that was
this
kind of
old
annoying.
I went
And
to the
she was
very next
around.
blue chick I could find, and there's over.
Yeah, that senator
Rio
had been
Chuchi.
around before.
Yeah, she apparently was on
was in
Clone
Clone
Wars
Wars.
season 1 or something.
Yeah, I remember. I binged all that a couple years ago, and I was like, oh,
The
Halle
Caminoan
Bertoni.
senator that was in this episode.
Yeah.
It was an
No,
interesting
not the
choice to
Camino
me.
one, the other one.
Chuchi.
You're talking about Chuchi. Yeah.
Chuchi
okay.
was
Oh,
she was all over
yeah.
Clone Wars.
But also the Caminoan senator was around too. I mean,
Oh,
she's
okay.
been,
You're right. You're right.
yeah, she's been around a while.
Jennifer Hale does. She does. I don't know. Has she always done Chuchi's voice? Does she do it in Clone
Yes,
Wars as
she
well?
has. Yeah.
It would. Yeah, it's an interesting. I found it to be a little inconsistent. It would occasionally sound like Ozzy Man, if you know him on YouTube. Like it would go Ozzy. Like I expected her to call other girls Sheilas. You know.
It got kind of close to Omega at times. Yeah, to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
and-
thought
but
about that too.
Omegas make sense because she's, it's vaguely Mayoran, right? But yeah, I don't. I mean, she seemed to me to fall in and out of it a little bit.
I almost, and Brian, what Brian's put in his I almost didn't like that part of the episode because I was like, like we're trying to get Omega to hide, and then like she keeps
Right.
Yeah, she's
In
on
every
I'm a
episode, she
clown
keeps just like,
too.
yeah, she's like,
Yeah, I
It's
thought she was,
interesting.
and I know nothing coming into this, so I thought she was kind of a secret. But
Yeah.
she's on
Should
the
they-
Senate floor,
I mean-
so maybe I just.
supposed to be.
they're trying to hide her basically, and
Yeah, that's not
well,
the way to do
obviously
it.
this is going to result in something bad for her. I mean, they're setting that
Yes.
kind of up. I feel like. So.
Yes,
Ooh.
yeah.
That's
I mean, there'll be pain coming. There's people need to die. I know I said this a lot when I say this in every Star Wars show. I need someone to die. Like I need a main character to die. I think I said that a lot during Bad Batch. I was like, season 1. I was
Well,
like,
they die. I mean, you must have loved the sequels then.
I was gonna say the sequels have a lot of main characters gonna
Oh
die.
my gosh, they
Like
kill a
all
big
of them.
three.
yeah. Well, it needs to have some stakes. Like nothing had stakes in season 1. Like
The
'cause
real reason
everybody
Michael
lived.
doesn't like the sequel trilogy is because Chewbacca didn't actually die.
I know, right? I needed to know.
Well, that's a decent point because we had the stakes in the prequels were very low, right? Because we knew where all that ended. Frankly,
right.
the Kenobi show, the stakes are low because we know where everything lands.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, you could say the
Leia's
same
not in
for
trouble.
Andor, though.
Yeah, maybe so, but they. Yeah,
But
I
they
don't
do
know.
such a good
somehow they
job.
make it work. But even
Andor's-
Rogue One, you knew it. You knew what that was going to. But it was good.
It was
Andor's
good.
Yeah.
stakes are low for one character, but everyone else and everything else
Has
around
high
them.
stakes. That's
Yeah.
a good
That's
point.
true.
We don't
That's
know what's
true.
going to happen to them, right?
The
That's
stakes
right.
were low for Melchi too, but that was the only
Yes,
one.
Yeah.
yes, they were. The stakes were low
That's-
for Mel. We knew Melchi
I
survived.
know this
so,
guy's gonna make it through.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
we got a little cameo of a Rogue One Rebel Alliance person, Senator Pomlo. She was
Really?
voiced and played by Sharon Duncan Brewster.
Wait,
She's
wait,
like-
wait. Where's
She's the
she?
black senator.
Oh, yeah.
She
She's
was
in
also
Rogue
in
I
One.
Rogue
do
One.
remember.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember her.
yeah.
Oh, she was in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to
On-
fight.
Yeah, she was
Oh.
on Yavin 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was one of the ones I think didn't want to fight. that
She
right?
was in that
think so.
round table meeting or
Yeah.
whatever.
I haven't seen
Okay.
it in a long time, but I believe that's right.
I did think it was interesting that the assassin was not Crosshair.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was wondering
That
why
was interesting.
they made
And
that
also,
decision.
Did Rex not say something like he's not a clone trooper or something?
That was strange too,
Yeah.
because he was like, "This is a super." I mean, it was almost like alluded to that this was some like super clone or something.
right.
Yeah.
And like they also
He
Alluded-
himself almost said he was like evolved or something.
He
It was
evolved,
weird.
yeah.
and
I
like
think that's
they'd
even the term
wiped
they
all
used.
like any like clone markings,
Yes.
I guess, from him, so they couldn't
Right.
tell like what number
Yeah.
he was.
There's an intriguing mystery there. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the guy, committed suicide in a kid's show.
Because he's a believer.
He's a believer. I was like, dang.
Oh, well,
what's
you
this-
know.
I'll give it to him though. Pretty cool little cyanide electrical shock.
Yeah, a little electrical shock
Capsule.
thing.
I was like, dang.
The intrigue.
I can
Lights up
imagine
his
like
whole
some-
face.
Some 6-year-old
Well, how about,
daddy. Daddy, what just happened?
How about
He ate 5
Palpatine-
gum.
Yeah.
Palpatine turning everything around uses this whole thing
Oh,
exactly what
I
he
like
wants
that.
anyway.
I like
that was
Oh.
awesome. That was
Yeah.
awesome. That was solid.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
And
That
I
was my
love
favorite
that.
part of that.
Masterful.
I loved the
Yeah.
way that he came up
Arresting
out of that.
Rampart, taking him
Well,
down.
because he's got to be ahead of them. He doesn't get toppled.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
when he gets
Yeah.
toppled, and I love that he just comes up and is like, "Yeah, this is what I
And
wanted."
everybody was so surprised that he actually showed up because
right.
they kind of alluded to the fact that he hadn't been around, that it was
Yeah.
just Malsameda doing everything.
Like
Um,
since his like speech in Revenge of the Sith.
That was exactly. Which
yeah,
was
he had like a
interesting to me.
hologram speech last
Mhm.
season, but it was a
Mhm.
hologram. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like more senators should have seen the red flag that he called them stormtroopers. Like that's just not that's not what.
Hey, they don't have
that's not what
Nazis in
you
their,
come out of the
their
gate with.
universe.
I was waiting for Bail Organa to be like, "Come on, you got to call him something else." That's what Hitler
mean-
called him.
Yeah, well, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, like, I mean, clone troopers make sense. I mean, yes, they're
Right.
troopers, but stormtroopers, I mean, that does have an edge
Well,
to it that I don't think you want for your.
But this is a long time ago in a galaxy far,
That's
far
right.
away.
oh,
and these are troopers that wouldn't get killed in the storm of Camino. So although that
Oh, I see what you did there.
I don't think that's what they mean.
no.
Rampart was taken down. Poor Rampart. He was sacrificed on the.
Yeah,
That was a great twist right there.
all of
That's
that.
good.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you that. I mean, Palpatine has no loyalty to anybody.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if it advances his agenda, he's going to get somebody. Now, I think Rampart's going to come back strong, though. I mean, I think he's got people on the inside. I think
I
that guy's
think he's
not-
done.
I think
yeah,
he's done.
You
dude.
think that guy's coming? I mean, I don't.
He's
Has he
gonna
been
come
around
back,
a long
dude.
time?
He's been around a while. Yeah.
Well, for
Yeah.
this series, yeah.
How do you think he's going to come back, Michael? Against the Empire or for the Empire?
Yeah. I feel like it might
No.
be
He's
against.
going to try and prove himself again to Palpatine
Ah.
somehow.
Oh, they're not going to spin that.
I feel like
that
it'll
Oh, I
be-
think
are they?
so.
I feel like he'll be.
that was a great payoff. They can't undo any of that.
I feel like he'll be against Palpatine.
He's got a Black Series figure.
So does Constable Zuvio.
Oh well, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Constable Zuvio. That's a fair point. That's a fair
Good
point.
pull.
Still on the shelf at Walmart.
Yes. When I worked at the grocery store in Laramie, we had like 5 Star Wars action figures. We sold 4 of them. The only one we never sold was Constable Zuvio. And I'm sure if I went back there, he'd still be in the same spot in the same aisle.
Mommy,
with, like,
is
an
that a
inch of
Star
dust on him.
Wars? I don't remember him, Mommy.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Constable Zuvio. That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
All right, well, good.
Well,
never
now-
mind. Never forget Rampart. Then he's done. You're right.
One of those senators, I guess, was a Trade Federation person from one of the prequels, I think.
Revenge of the Sith, they had
Yeah,
that little round
yes.
table with the white tambor that talked like
That's
like he had lung cancer.
Yeah.
What were they? The Techno Union.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Max Headroom and lung cancer.
The Techno Union will provide more troops.
You
boy.
gotta turn the squelch on him.
The Techno Union.
Earl, say name or Wakanda name. That's what that reminded me of.
Calcocan. Calcocan.
No.
Earl's not saying the right word, but
it's,
we'll let it slide.
it's not. It's Calcocan. It's Calcocan.
He tries again. It's not that. It's this.
I speak Quechuan. Come on. I speak a little Aztec. We're getting off topic, though.
Wasn't it Mayan that they based that?
I think it was
I don't
Mayan.
know.
It wasn't Aztec.
No, it was
I speak some
Aztec.
Incan.
Same
I don't
difference.
think
speak
it was Mayan.
Mesoamerican. What am I talking about?
It is Mesoamerican, yes.
It is Mesoamerican. I did get that one
Yeah.
correct.
To bring
Boy,
us
we
back
just
on a
lost-
little bit,
Yes,
the toys
please.
are not a very good realization of how far a character is going to go. We
That's
get the
true.
Razor Crest, Hasbro,
That's true.
crowdfunder,
Yeah.
destroyed.
The $600
Yeah.
Razor Crest, and then they destroy it.
Hasbro and
What the heck?
Lucasfilm not on the same page.
Brian has a good question. So Echo is going to travel
Oh, that's right,
with
because
Rex.
he's done for. He left.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, which I
Yeah.
was very surprised by.
You
I
know,
was too.
This
I
is
was-
something I've been talking about since season 1 on this exact show. Echo and Tech are too similar on the same
Mhm.
team. That
Right.
One of them
Echo's
had to
not
go.
done
and
a
I
lot.
thought they'd just kill one of them off.
Right.
But you know what?
right.
Whatever.
Michael needs somebody to die.
I needed somebody to die, but now he's
Echo would
going
have
off.
been the
With,
one.
Mikey
he's
and I used
going
to
off
be,
with Rex.
last 2 years ago, whatever. We talked about like, oh, Echo or Tech needs to die probably, and probably
Yeah,
Tech. 'cause
I
Echo's been through too
figured they
much.
would. I mean, you've got to do that, but there's so many people that are obsessed with Echo, like the
Yeah,
Clone
well,
Wars
so you
fans
kill
that
Tech.
are. Yeah,
No,
so
I
you kill
like Tech. I'm pro Tech.
Yeah, pro
Protect.
Tech. Well, now they don't have to kill anybody. Now that they sent him off
Yay.
with Rex.
Is
and
he going to
maybe
show
we'll
up
get-
on Ahsoka's show or?
I don't know.
No,
You
In the
don't think
world
Rex
between
will?
worlds.
no. Rex may. Rex probably will.
Yeah.
Echo will not.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. He
I
may.
mean, we could
That's
see
character.
Tamara Morrison's teeth again.
Yeah. Morrison's teeth will make it
Pearly
look-
whites. They're
Oh my
like,
gosh. Yeah, that'll screw up your white balance too.
Oh my goodness.
oh my gosh.
So, what I was trying to remember. So they had to find the evidence or something.
They were looking for the evidence.
and they got the evidence from Rampart's ship, right?
yeah.
Okay, and they blew it up or something or crashed it. That's right.
No,
They
it was-
crashed it.
Did they crash it?
They crashed the whole.
I can't
yeah.
remember that, but it was pretty cool. I mean, that was actually
Oh yeah, all
uh,
those sequences were cool.
a better.
Convenient that it was right there on Coruscant.
Yeah,
Well, it was being serviced.
Retrofit.
Mhm.
Retrofit. Yeah. It was being
little wax job. You got to put a little wax on it.
a lot of intrigue, I think, is going to continue with the clones that aren't the Bad Batch, like these clones that are left on now. And I hope we go back to them, and we're not just going to continue to follow the Bad. I want some more of like these clones that are starting to become awakened, because that's an interesting concept to me. Like, eventually, they're going to have to fight back because Palpatine wants them all dead.
Mhm. And
so
that may be kind of our leg in the door with Echo.
yeah.
Our ability to see that is, hey, well, let's follow Echo. He's still kind of part of the Bad Batch.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe they could be the clone rebellion or
I-
uprising or
I
whatever.
have a feeling Echo and Rex will be back for the finale. anyway.
Probably the
Mhm.
finale, which is called Plan 99. So
Yes.
That's the
Mm.
chip.
yeah, I think something's
I
happened.
think
But then there's
they're all
also an
But
episode
66
called Tipping
turned upside
Point.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's an episode called Tipping Point as well, which could have some connotations with the clones. So
Well,
see.
they don't have a long lifespan, right? Isn't that one of the things?
Well,
about
that-
it? They
there's-
mentioned.
lifespan.
I don't
I'm not
know
sure about
all
Bad
this,
Batch, but
because listen, we've got Rex like with a gray beard that I mean, he
And
lives.
Obi-Wan. We
Yeah.
saw that.
didn't he take his
Yeah.
chip out or something? Obi-Wan, yeah, old Ben 1.
No,
No.
there was
he's
an
talking
old
about the old-
clone in
I think they
Kenobi.
live longer than they're alluding to. I mean, I think Palpatine just
Yeah, the
wants
old
them gone to not have to worry about.
Well, but
I don't know.
Rex has that gray beard in Rebels, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
We're
Rebels.
talking- that's not
Yeah,
that far
yeah.
away.
Well, no, but then there's
5 years, isn't it?
I guess it's only 5.
So I'm
years.
pretty sure
Well-
the language the Kaminoans use in Attack the Clones is like they have advanced aging.
67.
So they I don't think they ever specify how fast they age.
No, they don't. They keep that ambiguous. I mean, they
Because
don't
it's
want you
Star
to hone
Wars.
in on that.
We could just pretend that they age super fast until they're to fighting age and then they age normally.
That
See,
could be.
If they keep them at just under the speed of light, they'll hardly age at all.
Wow.
go through
They
a
don't get into-
wormhole.
Yeah, they don't do that in Star Wars.
That's too much science for me. I can't-
Yeah,
Theoretical.
Yeah.
If we get theoretical physics going in Star Wars, that'll make
I mean,
everything better. So.
Do you think that we're gonna get? Do you think one of these episodes is gonna have like a mass genocide of a bunch of clone troopers? Are we gonna see that?
Well, there's your deaths. That's what I thought they were just going to turn them off, like, and they just all fall.
Yeah, I don't think that.
But
I
you don't
think
think
like the thing that I have with these chips that I have been saying this season is that they're just going bad. They're just like, I mean, the chips are just going bad, and these clones are awakening, and so they're just going to have to kill them the old-fashioned way. So, I mean, mass genocide of some type,
Oh yeah, the old-fashioned way.
like they did
I'm not touching this.
like they did with the freaking
Kaminoans.
gosh. The Kaminoans and
Geonosians.
Bugs.
Geonosians,
Poggle, the lesser.
yeah, Poggle. I mean, they've
they could just shoot the just
Empire
blow up.
no problem doing that.
But
So,
aren't they
I-
too scattered throughout the universe to kill all of them? I mean,
I don't know that the clones are scattered.
Geonosians.
Well, even if they're scattered, that doesn't just kill the ones that are in groups. I mean,
Yeah.
the ones that are
Yeah.
scattered don't
The
really
ones
pose
that
a
are
threat.
they have it seems like they have a lot on Coruscant.
yeah.
So-
yeah.
They used a giant citronella candle to kill all the Geonosians.
It's so beautiful.
Wait a minute. Whoa, now.
Okay,
Ryan, with the
wait,
wall of
what's
fallen
this?
clones shown too.
with the wall of fallen clones. shown
It's
to-
their
Yeah, you remember
Vietnam
that?
Wall.
It's their Vietnam Wall with all the names. Which is
Oh
pretty
yes, it's like that wall in Andor where they put the bricks of
cool.
all the.
Yes.
Or it's like the Vietnam War Memorial.
Or it's like
Yeah,
the
it's like
Epcot wall outside.
So it's like the Epcot wall. Yes.
That's probably
Let's
the most
have a
accurate.
little respect for our fallen troops, guys. Come on,
Our
our fallen clone brothers.
Hashtag never forget.
Well, you know, I don't know.
Our fallen.
I just need the
clones
stakes
fought
to
for
be
me.
high here. I need some higher stakes.
the clones
need a-
fought for you. Wait, so you're against Jedi? Is that what you're saying?
Because I'm a separatist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to have an awesome T-shirt that had, I guess it was based off Platoon, I think, that said "Cloned to Kill" on the clone helmet. It was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think that was based off Platoon.
I have
The
a
Jedi,
dumb
the
Star
Jedi.
Wars question.
Dumb Star Wars question.
Okay, hit us.
Rhett has a
That
dumb
is
Star Wars answer.
completely inconsequential.
Mm.
How many people / beings live on Coruscant?
What do you mean? A lot.
Probably
There's
I mean, it's
levels. There's
millions.
levels.
Oh, it's got to be way more than millions, Garrison. Million people live on the Earth, and if we got
Well,
a
but
bunch
there's
of
a lot
water.
of there's a lot of
Billions.
companies
Billions.
though.
One
There's
whole million people live on the
billions.
earth. No, I would
Billion.
say
There's a lot of
23 billion.
Okay,
There's a
see,
lot of
that's
coming and
kind of what
going,
I was
though.
thinking too.
I mean, that's
Is it
my
because
issue.
there's levels? There's levels.
There's different levels.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of levels,
what's the actual census versus
I know,
the
right.
actual
Did
population?
you guys catch the reference to the Martez sisters?
Yeah.
I did, and I almost
Oh.
threw up.
I'm glad I missed
I
it.
love the Martez sisters.
When they
Where-
went down the
Oh.
levels, they parked in their garage or something.
Yes,
Oh.
a couple of my friends live here or have this garage and are gone.
That's
Oh.
3
wrong.
trillion.
Is that on
Wait.
Wikipedia?
Yeah,
That's not
it.
right. 3
Can't
trillion.
prove it unless that's a like you start to lose.
Wait, what?
I believe that number too.
Should I get my DK book?
just-
Oh,
Yeah, no,
I don't know that I
that's
believe
too many. That's too
that
many.
all those senators actually live there. You know, like
Well,
they may
yeah.
go there, but
I'm not talking about the senators. There's got to be like
I know, but there's a lot of
they've got to be like locals.
Yeah,
There's-
like just
there's a lot.
feeding 3 trillion.
And, like,
people, and obviously, there's
Yeah, but-
depth, right? It goes really high. Like those
Yeah.
those towers are miles high, so they're
Right.
really dense.
3
but you don't
trillion's a
see
little
that kind
much.
of
3
3
trillion's too
trillion.
many.
Well, you know what?
maybe
Look,
some of it's in the mountains too. I don't know.
we've got 8 billion
The
people on Earth.
mountains.
Everybody could live
What
comfortably
mountains?
in Texas. Like that's the truth. Like,
That's
you could,
true.
Yeah.
You could
Yes.
have
Isn't
200
isn't there
square
mountains
feet in
on-
Texas.
On
in-
Coruscant?
in Heir to the Jedi, there's mountains, I think, on Coruscant.
The
Oh, is that like where George Kaboth hangs out in the mountains on Coruscant?
Wait,
the
Brett
whole
was-
planet's
Brett
a
was making
city,
a
according
point.
to Anakin.
3
There's
trillion
no
comes
mountains.
from the old some hack writer who was used to crap out all that stuff. all the
Pronounced
time,
it
and they were just like,
Coruscant.
well, that's a big number, and they just wrote it out.
Yeah.
Nobody stopped.
they go
Oh.
bigger.
You put a
more.
couple too many
There's
zeros
a
on there.
Lafayette food truck on level 3. That's the other thing I'm not sure of is how many levels. Like
Yeah,
how many
like, what if
levels?
there's
I
no
would like
star?
to see. Have we ever seen the very bottom level? Is there like
What-
dirt
what-
down there, or is it just
No, we
like
did.
paved?
No, remember when oh gosh.
Ahsoka went all the way down, right?
Yeah,
To
Ahsoka-
to hang out with the Martez sisters. I thought.
No, that's not the lowest level, but she went down there to fight what's her face, the bald Jedi.
Oh, Asajj.
Asajj. That was the lowest level, wasn't it?
Oh, is that the Clone Wars somewhere? I don't remember.
I mean, on Andor, they went
Is there
pretty
actually
low.
a planet core?
cares?
Maybe there's just it just goes all the way through, and it's just all metal.
It's all, there's no core at all. It's,
Maybe the core's hollow like on Naboo.
That's
Gotta
right.
go to the planet's core.
the
And it's
core.
the ocean.
Better dead here than in the core, or whatever he says.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
Namor's
big
name is
overfish.
Gungan. And why would Namor's name be in Gungan? If Jar Jar tried to say Namor's Aztec name.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
See that's the closest you've gotten, Earl.
Hey, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I will say I enjoyed the Wakanda Forever making of assembled documentary. Although that's not what we're
the
talking
assembled. I still haven't watched it. I
It's
need
really-
to
it's
watch it.
pretty
I've
good.
seen all of
It
them,
was
so I need to
okay.
watch it. Well, I haven't
Yeah.
seen the Willow one. I probably won't watch
No,
the
don't.
Willow one.
That's
The
not
Willow-
assembled, Mikey.
Oh, that's true. That's not assembled.
No, I was really disappointed with the Willow one because
It was just Warwick
They thought-
Davis being a goofball the whole time, wasn't it?
it. Yeah. Well, we
Wait,
don't
that
know.
sounds amazing.
No, they
How
were
old is
trying
he?
to. They were trying to do a funny fake documentary that vibe
Oh.
where they're like, "Oh, Warwick Davis, he's such a, he's so difficult."
Oh,
and
so
they-
difficult to work with.
And,
There was
and they
a-
did this whole
Ah,
thing where he's
they did,
sneaking
yeah.
around and doing things, and I'm like, "Don't just do the
Sneaking
real
around?
documentary." Well, it was just
like a
all,
leprechaun.
like it.
Ooh, 53.
Like the leprechaun.
Like,
He's
Sneaking around.
53. They
he
don't,
was
It's
like
the only thing he can
smallish,
do.
sneaking around.
they don't have long lifespan, so he's
Oh, he's a
probably-
clone.
No, not that. Yeah, he's
Long
53.
what?
He's probably pushing
That's,
it for
dude,
him.
that's not true at all. Billy Barty lived till he was like 70 something.
Yeah, he was like 100.
No, that's an outlier.
That's you're so full of
We
crap.
probably don't need to be on this top. This is turning into a CAI.
Look, hey, I do
TTI
know that
episode.
really tall people have short lifespans due to the heart.
Yeah, they
rate
do
and
too.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and
It's
They're
the
all
extremes.
Me
It's
and
the
Jacob don't
extremes.
have
Yeah,
long.
it's
You wanna-
in the happy medium. You don't want to be up or down too far.
Me and Jacob don't have long. We're tall.
No, but we're not tall like
No,
those
you're not.
people.
You're not
Yeah.
7'8".
Oh,
Yeah, you're not having heart issues.
You're not-
No, those guys are.
You're
too
not
tall.
Jonas Sutamo tall or whatever.
Yeah, those terrible joints. And they just.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
it's bad.
Terrible joints.
You can only get so big before you would collapse.
Yeah, well, your
on
bones aren't made to
skeleton.
carry
Yeah,
that
they
big.
can't.
Yeah.
Florida State used to have a 7'4" center. He looked so awkward moving around. But
Yeah,
he was actually good by his like 5th year.
you could
but-
snap them like a twig.
Yeah. Their hearts always give out. I mean, there's something genetically wrong when you grow that big anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of there's usually
Marfans
something
or
else wrong too. That's the
growth
same way with
hormone.
those tiny little people like Warwick Davis.
I believe that's the term they prefer.
Tiny little people. Yeah.
The TLPs.
What is happening?
Hey, we're creating a safe space for them with our terminology. So
Okay.
this
fair.
movie had a TLP that was excellent.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Start
Let's
saying
move
that on
on.
the Deucecast. Yeah.
Let's move on. Oh, so what is this? Are you? why do you always You always put stuff in the private chat about the Minari Mountains on Coruscant. Is that what this is?
That was for Jacob to look at. I was.
Oh,
I
that was
looked
for
at it.
Jacob to look
Yeah,
at.
yeah. It's literally from Heir to the Empire. That's what I thought. Like,
We're sorry, Melissa. We're sorry.
It's
Melissa.
like yes, the sweet spot where they're marginalizing
Okay.
people.
She
That's what I
should-
love.
No,
to
we're
come back
not.
on.
No, that's not what was happening at all. I worry
She's-
for him because he's getting a little long in the tooth.
Little long in the.
That's you, not me. I didn't.
I see
You
what
did
you're
not
doing.
say
I
that.
see what
I'm
you're
just
doing.
saying a word. That's normal conversation.
Melissa, you should recuse yourself of knowing us, deny any culpability.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So let's talk about
familiar.
Chuchi. Let's
Yeah, I like
Chuchi.
Chuchi. She's the
I-
senator.
This should go well.
I forgot about Chuchi until this episode because it's been a while since I've seen Clone Wars. But when I saw the thumbnail, I was like, "What did they put? Omega in blue makeup and
Oh yeah,
parading
That's
her
full.
around to as a disguise?" Because again, they're trying to keep her a secret, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Then I
that
was like,
that
oh, yeah.
style animation does not lend itself for very many different everybody starts to look a little bit similar because they all have the same angles.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. But no, I like. Chuchi's one of my back in the old Star Wars card trader days. That's one of the ones I
Right.
would hoard. My name is on a Chuchi monument, I think.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot you
Maybe
went
not.
that far.
Maybe I know I'm on the Tonwi monument.
Yeah, you're
Maybe
for sure on the Ton
Wait,
Wii.
they really had cards of Chuchi?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
well,
had
this is
cards
the
of
digital
Chuchi.
card trader.
And
yeah,
Poggle
that's
the
it.
Lesser. I mean, good lord. And
Yeah, my name's on a
Aw.
Poggle the Lesser card. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
a Chuchi. Yeah, that's makes me want to eat ham and cucumbers. Melissa just remembered it sounds like a Chuchi board.
Chuchi board. Shark Chuchi.
it's always about food with Melissa. No.
Charcuterie board.
As it should be.
As it should be, exactly.
As it should be.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I
That's
meant by that.
One
So
could
what else
think she
happened?
has like food for thought, but I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
I see what you did there.
Ooh, I see where we're going with that. We will find out soon.
Food for thought. Exactly. So, I mean, I think the next episode is probably just a throwaway episode. It's called It's
Yep.
called The Crossing.
I hope
mean,
you're wrong, Mikey. I hope
Maybe
it just
not,
keeps
Mikey,
going
maybe.
and rolls.
No, I
and
would
you're
like
just-
it to.
won't-
I would like it to. I would like it to just keep going.
I need
This
Luthen
way.
Rail to show up.
Retrieval is the one after that. That sounds like it's intriguing, but it's going to be just like Entombed, where it's super boring.
Yeah, retrieval sounds like it's a
The
side
real
quest.
Yeah.
thing
We
is, I
don't- we
don't
don't know.
want to see Wanda Sykes again. I
Oh,
don't.
we're
You
going
know
to.
she's coming.
She's
Oh,
going to have
no,
a
she'll
big
be
part to
back.
play in the finale too. I can assure you of that.
She's the spark that will light the fire. That will...
Now, episode 11 is called Metamorphosis. Maybe Poggle comes back somehow. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all
You
I'm
know,
thinking.
In a cocoon.
In a cocoon. Yeah, exactly. And his
Come out of-
beautiful butterfly wings.
Will go in there. It'll come out a beautiful butterfly.
No, this is where Omega's force powers transform her.
No, I
into-
don't
That's
want
why
her to
she's
have the Force.
meditating in this episode.
No, I
She's
don't want
getting
her to have the
force powers.
force.
Omega?
They are leaning towards that.
No,
Omega?
stop. We don't need her to
She's
be
a
forced.
Jedi clone
But
hybrid.
maybe if she does get force powers, Tech being a nerd will be like, "What's your midichlorian account?" And we can get midichlorians back in Star Wars.
Yes. I need to look at her midichlorian count, or however you talk. Is that how Tech talks?
Yeah, that's pretty good, Earl. That's
Thank
pretty
you,
good.
thank you.
You sound just like Tech.
How would
Tech, I
Ted
don't know what a
say Namor's
midichlorian count
name in
is.
Wakanda?
How would Tex say
Properly.
it? Exactly.
He would. He would
Very
get exactly
he would
correct.
enunciate it
I
correctly.
won't even try because I can't
I was
do it.
0.96% wrong.
That's
Yeah,
right. He would
exactly.
say that.
Exactly. So, Rhett, as somebody who like has not watched
Thank you
the
for
Bad,
rejoining
Bad
the Bad
Batch before, what
Well, I
what's
like the
your overall
animation.
thoughts?
It feels like those 2 episodes were probably outliers a little bit. I just looking at the ratings on IMDb, they were
This is
higher
true.
than the
This
pretty
is
true.
substantially higher
Oh,
than the
yeah.
average.
Yes.
I did appreciate the animation. I think the sound design is great. Those episodes I found to be compelling and
Yeah.
tension in the right places. Still a little bit dramatized, almost like you know how the Clone Wars had that newsreel.
Yes.
They were literal newsreels.
Did you finish
in
the
many
Clone
ways,
Wars?
but
Did you watch all of them?
not all of it, but a
Okay.
lot of it. And
Okay.
Stranded.
it's still a little dramatized too much, probably. But that's also part of the style,
Yeah.
as well. But no, I liked it. I mean, it's technically very competent. I
Mhm.
thought the writing was good. Some of the voice work it's all right. But yeah, I mean,
Hey,
it's
T.
fine.
Bradley Baker's
I wasn't
always good.
compelled to. I don't feel like I'm missing out, like on something great.
Yeah, like Resistance.
Yeah, you don't
or,
have to go
Resistance.
or The
Resistance.
Last Jedi. Or
Rhett,
yeah.
I think you
Yeah,
would like the 3rd episode of the 2nd season. It was pretty dark
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
right.
true.
and gritty.
That's true.
Well, but I mean, it didn't always have to be that way.
Oh,
That
for
just
sure.
happened
But
to be
it was just a more serious. It wasn't.
That
there
would be a
wasn't
good
very
one to
much
go back
goofy.
and watch.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Y'all trying to trick me into watching some crap.
No,
Although the
that's.
no,
I
the
will say
goofiest-
that's kind of the only other episode I would recommend
No,
from this
the
season, besides the
goofiest-
establishing shot of Kashyyyk from the last episode.
All right, yeah, I'll look that up. But I'm not going to go back and start from the beginning. I was compelled to watch this one
70-minute pilot or whatever.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
and that
compelled to watch
also
this
has
because of,
Rampart in it, right?
because of
Rampart's
Chuchi, and I knew that these were supposed to be kind of
high dollar ones.
a climax episode kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I wanted to catch that just and to take part in this, but it's not something that I really feel compelled to follow.
No, I
real
mean,
close.
yeah.
It's good. It's all right. It was all right.
Now, I mean, we of course will be following the High Republic children's animated show on here. I mean, we're of course going to be covering all of that when it starts on May 4th. So, no, we won't be covering that
no,
at all.
sir. No, sir. We will not.
No, we will not.
So there's 8 more episodes, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Is this a 16? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 16.
16 episodes.
This
and
would have been a great place to end, and then
do a season 3.
Do a mid-season finale and let Mandalorian go through, and then
Yeah,
that's going to be a bummer when we're having to double up on that.
That's a lot of simultaneous Star Wars.
It's going to be kind of weird. I wish they wouldn't be doing that, but we won't. I don't know. Unless the episode's like really good, we probably won't be spending.
Yeah, they didn't want to do that. They were gonna do this against Andor, and then I think they were like, "Well, crap, that might hurt Andor." Mandalorian's not gonna get hurt by this, and
no.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, they know that whoever's watching this is also going to be watching everything else Star Wars too.
Probably.
So I mean, it's
if you're watching this, you're definitely watching the live action stuff.
Yeah,
and we don't have any...
If you're watching the live action stuff, you may not be watching this. That's the
right.
Maybe
we don't have any Marvel shows coming up anytime soon. Right?
So Secret Invasion will happen soon, but probably not until May, I would say.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait.
And then I think you're going to get news on Loki soon as well.
Yeah, because it's done. It's been done. I mean, I guess they're both done.
I think it could go at the same time the Secret Invasion is going, but they're not going to do that, obviously.
No, they
won't do that. I haven't heard anything about Echo.
Echo got delayed.
Big time.
The massive issues with the story on set. So,
but I also see what you did there.
Thank you for noticing.
Nice. He's working with Rex anyway.
Yeah. That's the Star. They should do that. A Star Wars Marvel Echo.
I haven't heard anything about Echo.
Double Echo.
That's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah. We
it was a delayed Echo.
It was delayed. Very delayed.
Really big cave.
All right. What in the world?
Yep.
All right, I think we've done the best we
Yeah.
can. I mean, we could keep going, but I think we covered everything
what?
that needed to.
Yeah.
I think Rampart's coming back, though. I'm not with you guys on thinking that he's done.
No,
They have
they're
to
gonna hang
have,
him. They're gonna hang him.
because if they don't have somebody telling Crosshair what to do, then you got to have a point man.
Crosshair is going to see a news headline of Bail Organa delivering the news and see or not Echo. What's her name?
Omega.
Omega in the background be like, they're alive.
No, you have to disappear him in a hurry because he knows too much.
Yeah, Rampart. That is.
Yeah.
Not Crosshair.
Right, Rampart. You got to get rid of him.
But there's a great episode, episode 3, where Crosshair is working for Rampart, and that's
That
the
was
one.
a pretty
rep,
good
if you need to get-
episode. That was a pretty good standalone.
That was
of
the
his
laser shot.
Yeah,
where he did
that was
that was
pretty
cool.
good.
Yeah,
That was
it was a
not bad.
standalone, but it was good. It was solid. It was dark.
Yeah.
It got it's kind of dark. For
Well, Garrison, do you want to hang out for 1923? Did you watch 1923 like Rhett took the time to watch Bad Batch?
No, I can stick around. I can
think-
start putting on the episode again like I did last.
We need Melissa here, sir. Thank you.
Does my
I mean-
inclusion mean no Melissa?
No.
there's
She
room for
should
6.
be coming soon. But I was going to give you the opportunity.
Let me
If-
test something out really quick.
Stay, Garrison. Stay. Just stay.
Oh,
I haven't heard a lot of Echo. Oh my god.
Oh,
I haven't heard a lot of
Hey,
Echo.
the
either.
moment's passed. No.
That's-
What type of
that
Echo?
was. Oh,
What
geez.
just
Sorry,
happened?
that was so loud in my ears I couldn't hear myself.
What do you mean?
It was
Doctor?
pretty
What
loud
do you
on
mean?
me,
What
too.
happened?
No, that's more subtle.
Well,
Roth,
dude.
I can turn it down. Maybe? No.
Wow.
hey, can
No.
you say
The TV.
Wakanda? Can you say the Wakanda name?
There you go. Garrison got it. Are my mushrooms kicking in? Are my mushrooms kicking in? I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Melissa, why
Not
would
my
you
friends.
associate yourself with this?
I thought we were getting started on the other thing.
we are going
No,
to.
we are.
Garrison,
We are.
you're welcome to stick around. But yeah, we're gonna dive into 1923.
Woohoo!
Man,
Dive
what an
in.
episode.
I see what you did there,
Good.
Michael. Dive
you
in.
see what I did? You just dive
Ah.
in. You like that?
Nice.
Garrison,
Swim
what do you
and
think
swim
about
back
the
out.
episode 1923? No, you didn't watch it.
There was Harrison Ford and chickens.
Yes.
And
There were no
Harrison
chickens.
Ford.
Not
Some
chickens
of
this
the best work I've ever seen Harrison Ford do ever
wow.
in this episode.
Well, he actually had something to do in this episode.
Yeah,
which
it's
is-
something to
He
do.
what made
did.
it different.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was.
Yeah, he was
Oh, man.
underused early, and then he
Mhm.
was out of a couple of episodes, and he
Sure.
finally
Well, it
felt
was
like
recovery.
he found the character, and he was enjoying himself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It came across, and it was
Yeah.
a really good performance. I thought.
Yeah, no, I agree. He was
When
Like a
he
high
was
water
talking
Harrison
to when he was talking
Robert
to
Patrick.
Well, that was a great scene. I loved that scene, but also when he was talking to Helen Mirren,
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a tear. I've never seen Harrison Ford cry before.
Oh
There was
my
like an
gosh, I couldn't
actual.
believe it.
He was
There was
feeling
a tear
emotional.
coming out. He
Mhm.
was filled with emotion. His eyes were well. I've never seen that man care to do even bother with that type
Air,
of thing.
was great.
air pocket. What'd you think?
I just have 2 words for it, like air pocket. I called it
Mhm.
last week. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I-
you're right.
I'm just saying.
I thought it was. I yelled at the TV when it happened because I thought it was stupid.
I
And I-
yelled your name at the TV. I was like, "Rah!" It was like, come on, like a Star Trek moment.
I do hate when they do that.
Yeah,
whole
I
air
thought
pocket
it would
thing.
be too dumb to do, and they wouldn't they did it anyway.
It's a thing that's true. It happens. If we flip a boat right now, we could
I've
live
seen
with
Poseidon Adventure. I know
Don't-
what happens.
Did you not see Captain Jack and Will Turner walking on the floor of the ocean
That's
with the
true.
canoe on top of their
Don't
head?
Oh, that's true.
Don't underestimate dumb for like the sake of lazy writing because
No,
it's there.
You're right, and you should always assume. Yeah, that's how I guess the end of Game of Thrones is. Like, how stupid can this be? You know, it could be this stupid, and it was.
Yeah, there's never. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it that sequence. So yeah, so the tug gets flipped over at the end of the last episode.
Of the last episode, yeah.
And we see him burst through the water after 30 minutes underwater, and then
Well, we don't know. It's 30 minutes.
there's no sign of Alexandra, and she's banging on the hull under the like
She's
like
got
it's not
the
a floor. Like it's not the floor, right?
no. There's a
I
lot
know,
of stuff.
I know.
Bill,
Look,
there's
I
she's,
know.
not, she's not down on the keel banging on it. She's above that. But like there's like that's why it floats. But whatever.
That's fair. It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was resonating through the
He
metal.
goes and drags her out like an avatar and
Breathe with me. Take deep breaths.
totally total
I see you.
derivative of
I see
of Avatar 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of boat flips in Avatar. That's true.
Yeah, and then that's fine. I love their relationship. Okay,
Yeah.
Mhm.
best romance since Twilight. No, I do like them on. I like their scenes. I prefer
Yeah.
their scenes to almost any other part of the show.
They're good.
I think they have really great chemistry.
She's
They're
got a
both
great,
real
I like
attractive
her.
people. The part where he goes underwater to get some stuff and she's stupid and jumps into the water to go after.
Don't go anywhere. Sorry, that was a
Totally-
dumb thing to say. And then she
But-
proceeds to go somewhere.
Like that's one of those things that I wanted the show to be above.
Mhm.
Because it had no impact on anything. It was
Yeah.
needless drama. It was just
Yeah.
another 2-minute sequence.
Just a
Unnecessary.
The
Well,
There's
barrel.
some weird editing in this series
have
so
the-
far. That
I have
Africa
the-
stuff
oh,
was
sorry.
weird. Sorry. The shark stuff was weird. The shark stuff
Yeah.
didn't really impact anything.
Nope.
Before it ends, he just stands up and like is aiming his gun at the sharks, and then it just ends. And like super
Yeah, they
dramatic
don't-
music playing.
I mean, Jaws isn't real, right? They don't jump up onto the boat and start eating into the
Depends on
thing.
how hungry they are.
Yeah, they could
Sharks-
get their.
sharks move. So Melissa, what were you
Melissa,
saying
go
before
ahead.
that?
That's okay. I was just going to say that I share the same feelings about what you're saying. Like, I thought the show was above this, or it was really lazy. Like, a scene that doesn't move the needle along. That's exactly how I felt about Jack and Lizzie in this episode. I thought that scene was terrible. It was so ham-fisted.
Oh.
Like, so as
Well,
a
I thought it was kind of sweet.
Well,
One and Dead?
Too.
it had-
Young Love.
yeah,
Young
like,
Love.
well, it had
Everybody's busting
some-
on 1923.
well, it had like a cute moments, right? But
Sure.
as a lady who enjoys watching romantic things, I liked the tender, naivete of like their previous hotel room scene, right? Like I thought I thought that was really, really sweet, even though it was kind of corny. But because so was courting at that time. It was corny. Like they didn't know any better. People didn't know how to be suave or whatever. But then when you get to this scene, it's so ham-fisted. It's like the writers were like, hey, they're doing it, and we know where babies come from, and he's a stupid man, and he doesn't understand where babies come. And I was just like,
I can
what is
believe that.
what
though.
is this? Like, what is the point of? Yeah, I mean, I kind of believe it. I don't think
With
sex
that
ed's
guy.
come that far, but
Yeah,
well, yeah, with that guy too.
with that
but-
guy, that's what I mean. That character, I can kind of believe because that dude doesn't know
Yeah.
anything
Sure.
except the ranch. I mean,
I don't know. It just frustrated me. I was like,
Well,
this is dumb. There's no reason for this scene.
Well,
What I
hate-
liked
I
about the
hate for
scene-
characters to make love for any reason other than procreation, and in real life too. I don't think you should do it at all.
I mean,
I also
what
agree
is
with that,
happening
but
right now?
The real reason I like that scene is because of what happens with Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford's characters in that scene. Helen Mirren, like when we cut to Helen Mirren,
Yes,
Kara,
she-
she's like
she
so
looks
happy.
in
She's like, oh,
happy,
thank
yeah.
God, like they have like
oh yeah,
they've actually like not fully moved past it, but they've been able they've found joy again.
That's true.
And
Yeah, but I
the
think you
Harrison
could have
Ford thing was very funny.
Yeah, it-
We
you
can
can
hear
hear
you.
that and obviously they're trying to like that's a really tense scene where he's going to her and saying, hey, you really didn't have to tell me. I told you so, like that. Yeah, or I didn't appreciate that. They're kind of clearing the air, and I get it. They kind of needed something to like undercut the
Heavy.
tension of that scene, but at the same time, it was so hokey. Like, we could hear you in there. It's like, come on, dude.
Well, and
Like-
even even that. This is nitpicky, and I know it is, but he said we can hear you, and then instantly the window slams shut. Like, so did he? Like, was he? Like,
They must have been really close to the
they
window.
were,
That's what I
obviously
thought.
they were close.
yeah,
They were like,
you know,
yeah, I mean,
I
they
know,
were
but
close.
it was just it was poorly edited. It was poorly conceived, and it did
No,
not.
Whoever's editing this
Why
show
are
is
y'all
not
busting?
very
Mike
good
loves
at it.
this show.
The
He
rest
thought
of it
this-
is very good.
I love. It's a great episode. It's
I
It's
love this show, but I don't like when it's just
yeah, a
the
couple of the
editing
best
gives
for no
Solid.
reason.
of the series so far, but yeah, so when they do something stupid,
Yeah.
like the air pocket, like the jump into the water stupidly, the sharks, the scene with Jack and what's her name, that just it sticks out because otherwise it's a good show.
Exactly.
The editing
thank you
during
for
the
that
shark
summation.
sequence is bad.
I
say
just
it
think
was
that the
bad?
scene
Well,
with,
but they didn't
with
want to
Jack-
show him killing a shark. Don't you think there was some like?
But
Like,
why
I
would
think
he
they-
even
He
need to
nobody
kill
killed
the
a
shark?
It
What-
had
what-
it didn't play. It didn't. There was no payoff to
Well,
it. He
that's
didn't
the thing. I think he realized that. I think part of the thing with the gun was him just thinking, I'm in my normal hunter mode, right? That what if they?
It wasn't
I don't
that. It
know.
was the
I don't
fact
know.
that the sharks were there at all did not contribute to the story. They were not going to jump back in the water and swim around and frolic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like the scene where they're stuck in the tree where the cats could actually
there's
climb.
not-
Like, there's no mechanism for.
in
and
the
that was a
history
connection for them, right?
of
That's
right.
cinema, there is not a scene in an ocean without a shark bumping into a boat. In the history of cinema,
Sure.
if there's
I
a
don't
boat
mind the
in an
sharks.
There's
ocean,
always going to be. You're
there's
out in the
gonna
middle of
be
the
a
ocean.
shark.
It's his
There were no
reaction of
sharks
when
in
he stands
Titanic.
up and the music gets really intense.
there
and I'm gonna
are.
aim my
no, there
gun
were
and
not. There was
get away
there
with
not,
that.
it was freezing cold.
There
There were
were
not sharks out
sharks
there.
swimming.
I have
we're
not
not
seen
sharks in
Titanic in a
Titanic.
long time.
I thought there were sharks.
No, there's no
No.
sharks in Titanic.
That's not
but
a thing that
It's
happens.
definitely
Oh,
not
I've never
in a
seen
night
it.
to remember.
There were
Sharks were
icebergs.
not the problem with the Titanic. It was
Maybe
the
not
33
Antarctica.
It was the
degree
iceberg.
water.
The iceberg.
Maybe.
I think, more useless than the shark was the scene where the guy shows up in the skiff and basically threatens to kidnap Alex. Like, he makes like a joke about how hot
she's
she is.
really beautiful.
And I was
No.
like,
I mean,
come on. I mean, yeah, she's pretty, but I was like, hey, you want to talk about something throwaway that doesn't do anything for the plot. I was like, really?
Well,
I
I
did
think that
like
was
the captain's
probably
scene,
a
though.
clunky way to say, look at what year it is. Look at the time that they're
Yeah.
living
Hello.
in.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably
Sure.
she's probably the only woman on that ship.
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
no, for
oh,
sure,
yeah.
100%.
So I think that you call that out to kind of plant the seed in your brain that this could, that maybe there's trouble. Or obviously, again, there's no payoff to that. But at least that's in sticking with the times, I suppose. But yeah,
Sure.
it was another.
I love
goofy
the
little-
captain. The
I love the
cameo.
Oh,
captain.
Uncle
It
was-
Benjamin back.
Uncle
Yeah.
Benjamin. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was so that the ring scene was so sweet. I actually teared
Oh,
up
yeah.
a little bit.
I
Yeah.
did
And
too.
then
There were
when he-
several times that I
I-
He pulled it
this
out and it
episode.
was like,
I was like really sure that when he pulled it out on the necklace, like out of his shirt, that he was going to say like it was his dead wife. Like
Mhm.
that's where my
Well, it is
brain
a
went.
dead
I
wife.
was wondering.
She's dead.
What?
He wouldn't be wearing it if she
dead.
wasn't
Yeah, she's
dead.
dead.
Yeah,
She
that's
would- she
Wait,
would
no,
be
no, no,
wearing
no. I disagree. He said I
When
only
I'm out
wear
to
when I
sea.
go out to sea. So I think she's alive, and it's
To
like
keep
his,
her close
like,
to him.
Yes,
I don't-
I think
I
she's
think
I
alive.
think she's dead.
I think
don't
she's
know.
dead.
I think she did. She did.
Wrong.
Like
We'll never
other-
get an answer to
That's
it.
the impression I got.
Yeah, I think she did. I like that. He
probably
was a
doesn't
good-
agree either way,
I'm going
but-
to take a hard stance.
I like that he was a good person. This
Yeah.
is the
Captain,
show where
yeah.
you're
By chance.
surprised when you run into someone who is good and doesn't immediately plot to kill you or take
Well, in
advantage.
any Taylor Sheridan show, yeah. I mean, that's usually like you always are
It's every
surprised. with-
show. It's every
Well.
show like this where they're in constant danger all the time.
Mhm.
There's never a respite, and they got a little
Right.
respite there. And he was just a decent. And there are decent people out there, and they're
Right.
underrepresented on shows like this.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Right.
To run across one, it was a pleasant surprise for me.
I really liked the shout out to Texas too. That was great. He was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
he was like, Ellis Island is overridden with disease, so you might want to try the port of Galveston or Port Arthur. I was like,
that's
hey,
right.
I
Yeah.
was like, hey, it's my state, because realistically in 1924, Ellis Island would be a detention center, not
That's right. That's right. You
island.
don't want to go that direction.
You don't wanna go there.
Galveston.
So
Go to Galveston. That's really
They've
no.
got
I
so-
did thought I
They've
thought
got
some of that.
such a long road ahead of them.
They still got. a lot.
Literally, it's probably going to be
I
the
like
last
that they're
episode,
taking their time. though.
last episode of the
Oh,
season.
for sure. I
I mean, you got to find a happy medium, though. You can't go Game of Thrones.
Well, but
with
they're
it.
going second
and you
season,
can't
right?
go-
There's 2
There
seasons.
is, but
So at the very last episode of
know.
season
You gotta
2,
get
he'll show
Spencer
up, walk in,
there.
and shoot Bannon in the face, and that'll be it. I go to 1944 now.
that is rumored that there is a 1944
Yeah, yeah,
series. So
The
Which
end
is
of the almost the end of the war.
yes.
so the reason that I really liked that Jack and Lizzie scene is because we know the baby in her belly is Dabney Coleman. we,
that just sounds really gross
Gonna
when you
come out
say
with
it
a
like
little-
that, though.
Come out with a little mustache.
I can't wait for Dabney Coleman to crawl out.
That's
It's
why
very,
Michael-
it's like that Voldemort scene It's really gross.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I can speak to now because now I know what
Now
it
you've
is.
seen them. Yeah,
But
exactly. No,
Yeah,
my literal favorite scene in this whole episode, and it was only a moment, is when Harrison Ford, Jacob, got on his horse and he smiled that Harrison Ford smile for just a moment. It was
Yeah.
there, and I was like, "Hey, that's
He was
Indiana
so-
Jones."
So
That was
happy to get on that
Oh,
horse.
that was the best scene.
Helen Mirren's scene where she told him off.
Man,
Oof.
that was
Yeah, oh yeah.
Amazing. Just
Yeah.
fantastic. And
This is
she
incredible.
has committed to that accent.
yes.
And, like she's
Yes.
committed.
Like,
Like,
she's
and
acting.
she doesn't lose it.
Yeah.
She's consistent with it. It's great. She just
I can't wait to see her in Fast 10.
And yeah. Is she really?
Yeah, she's Dom's mom.
Oh,
Well, but that's
no,
not the
guys,
first time
don't-
she's she's in
Things
F9
were going so
and-
well for me, and then
Don't
you bring
spoil.
that
I still
up.
have to watch them.
She talks like
No
Vin
spoilers.
Diesel in that one. Yeah, she just disappears into the character.
Yeah.
She's like,
Well, and talking about good
6'9".
people, I mean, I liked when they were interviewing people to be the.
Yes, I
I
like.
I liked that there was one
Mhm.
guy who came. You know, obviously the
Of
one.
course,
guy
it was a
kind of-
redhead. That was a good
Clive.
person.
Well, that's
That's
why
why
I
you
like
like
him.
him.
Because of course he's a good person, and he's from.
came from
and-
Chicago.
Came
I
from
know,
I
right?
like
Chicago,
and Helen-
not much changed since 1923.
Sarah was kind of short
Wow.
with it. She's like, "Great, we'll call you," and then the other guy was like, And
I like
that
they
he
threw
you.
the badge.
Like,
Yeah.
this is, we got to get.
Well, I
people
mean, he
more.
knows
This
the
is a good
numbers
one.
that they need. I mean, he
Mhm.
knows
Yeah.
that. I mean, if they're looking for 20-something people and they've been having a hard time, he's like, "Look,
Yeah, that
this
was one of
guy's
my favorite parts.
best
Robert
that we've
Patrick just
got
threw
right
the,
here."
Threw the badge at him.
I was kind of
Like-
hoping that it would have been another like sort of cameo thing, and it would have been so. I didn't recognize that actor. I was hoping that
No, it's
character would
just
have
a-
been somebody.
Nah,
that,
it's fine.
Would have been recognizable. Like,
Well, they
Brian
still need-
Canoal.
He's a redhead,
real
Mikey.
know-it-all.
That's all we. That's all we.
he's
need
a
to know.
redhead. That's all.
I mean, they,
you can
He
they need
was-
like 19 more or whatever.
He
So
was
could-
They need a
there
lot
could be a
more.
lot of people.
yeah.
He was the pissing man in Blonde. Uncredited.
Oh my gosh, what a pisser, dude!
And he was in Castle for one episode.
Castle.
Okay, all right.
That's
you got his
about
whole
all
bio
I got.
there.
it. Mhm.
Anyways, I did not recognize the guy. And I was
No, I
hoping
didn't
that
either.
maybe it was-
I want
I was hoping it was
Ford-
like Eric Stoltz. They need
Or
Eric,
like Tom
Eric
Hanks,
Stoltz
like we
needs
got
some
in
work.
1883.
I want
mean,
Ford
no,
to
Eric
drop an
Stoltz.
F-bomb in every episode.
No, he didn't
I
drop
love
it. I think
was-
that's the last
Oh, he got
one.
got
It was
fired up
crazy.
at Robert Patrick.
He dropped two,
Yeah.
I think, in this one.
He
Back to
did?
back.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
he put the ing on the end of it too.
Yeah,
Two
he
in a
did.
row.
Oh yeah, he ripped his leg.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
he got fired
Show
up.
his old man.
I was
body.
afraid he was going to keel over because he was, he's a little too.
I don't know
that's
how
a
much
little
he's
too
Michael,
actually
you were
active.
just
like him
remember the
against
smile
Ford.
that he gave when he got on the horse.
Oh
Michael.
man, I loved that smile.
Just
I hope,
hold on to that and don't think about him keeling over.
I'm just
until
worried if
Indy
he gets
5
too
comes up.
excited. That whole ripping the shirt off thing. I'm just afraid he's just going to be like, oh god. And then
He's gonna be-
Sheridan will be like, keep the
He's
camera
having a
It's
rolling.
gonna, like, baby Hulk stroke out.
Yeah, he got a little feisty there. I was like, man, he's
Harrison
gonna.
still got it, Mikey.
Oh
Come
wait,
on.
he's
He
going to be the
does.
Red Hulk. That's him getting in character for Red Hulk.
He-
And
he's Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. He's President Thaddeus
Yeah.
Thunderbolt
President
Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
President
Yeah.
Oh,
Thaddeus.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So he-
Well,
he
how's
sits
We're gonna
in
get
a-
this. Get off my
Get off
plane.
my plane.
how's that going to go at the G7 meetings when you Hulk out?
always a good
What-
campaign thing to do.
And
What did
next
you
to the
guys?
tiny little Chinese premiere, and then you just go full Red Hulk? Wow, that's good stuff.
At the end of his
Yeah,
rallies, he's
USA,
dancing to
USA.
YMCA as the Red Hulk.
That's right.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Melissa?
Nothing of consequence, really. What did you guys think of the cold open or the Tiona scene? Like the pre.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh yeah,
about.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
okay with her. She's getting better. I'm liking her character
Yeah.
more as the show progresses. Now that we're away from the convent or whatever
Yeah.
whatever that is.
I mean, she didn't really have anything to do except for
Looks
play.
at
That was an
Dude.
interesting
I mean,
little exchange.
She
Her
was being
grandmother
victimized, and
Got murdered.
Oh,
So
that
that
one
was
really
sad.
made me mad. But I really liked her little
That
speech
ticked
about
me
how
off.
white men like their names so much that they just keep adding
Oh, yeah,
numbers.
they just
Like I
become
thought that was
numbers.
really neat.
Yeah, the third.
As a
fourth.
junior, I can
Listen,
relate to that.
The cop, the marshal who killed her, like that is mustache twirling villain stuff.
Yeah, that was a little
Yeah.
much, I thought.
That is
Yeah.
stupid. And yeah, it's
My parents
so
almost quit the show.
on
because
your
of that
from
scene.
from the opening, just the whole opening and all of that stuff.
it's
Well,
just so
look,
in your face. It's so. I don't know. I like a little
The
more
bear- the
nuance. At
burying the
least the
Bible
other
thing.
guy, at least the other marshal was like
Right.
not that guy, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but that was just, it was so tediously villainous that I couldn't live with it.
I did like the kind of the reverence that they had for the Bible. I thought that, was really
that was
That was a cool
interesting.
scene. Yeah.
I thought it was just a different way to play that. They could have shown, they could have done a lot of things, right? They could have
Right. She's
played
like,
it
"I'm gonna throw
completely
it on
the other way
fire."
and like spit on it or burned it or
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
anything else. And I don't say that just as a believer, but like just the way things are portrayed in TV. I was like, well, that's an interesting take on that.
Well, and
Yeah.
from their experience, I wouldn't expect her to have very much reverence for it, considering
Right.
her experience.
Yeah,
around
she
it.
was ready to throw it in the fire, and he was
Well,
like,
but
"Hang
I
on,
don't
no."
know how to
He-
look.
he had
I don't
to-
know how to get rid of an old Bible. I don't know what to do with it.
can't
they
get
just
rid of
got
it.
them stacked up everywhere. I just
You keep them. You just let them. Yeah, you don't
just-
get
they
rid
just
of
sit there.
Bibles.
There's not
Yeah.
like a flag drop box where they burn
like,
them.
I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of it. I know I won't read it on the toilet though.
There's probably a ceremony where you fold it into a
Thank you.
triangle.
Well, I did like how he was like. I liked how he was like, "Let's bury him by the lake." I mean,
Yeah.
I liked. I liked
Yeah,
that part.
I mean, it was
He
a
didn't want to get
sweet
turned into
exchange.
salt.
Exactly. He didn't want to get turned
Yes.
into salt. I
Rightfully
loved that.
so.
And that's that tracks for the Native American people. Like they're very superstitious with stuff like that, and so yeah.
Wait, I did the math on it.
Okay.
So they read him one verse a day. He said, I was in jail for a long time. There's 31,000 voices. That's 170 years.
Well, they only made it to the salt chapter. That's only in Genesis.
No, he
right?
said he read it twice.
They
Oh,
said he
well,
read-
yeah.
That's
Well,
170 years.
How do you know? How do you know they're not like immortal? Being-
Well,
That's right.
Oh my
Clearly.
gosh. Now this show's going somewhere.
Oh,
It's
he's
good now.
immortals, man.
they're making a comment about his mental faculties there. They're saying that he's dumb.
How many chickens were in that scene, Garrison?
Chickens.
No, that's not.
You know,
they're not
I
talking about
look.
his mental
Here's the
faculties.
thing.
You didn't watch the show.
I'm waiting for the moment that
He's
Walt
watching it
and
right
Roy found the Disney company in 1923. That's
Oh.
what I'm. Yeah.
Oh,
In October
that's
16th,
interesting.
1923. Waiting for us
So
to get there.
where was that? That was in
second season.
Iowa. Where was that? Where did they grow up? Where's the Disney? Disney
Burbank,
Homestead?
California now.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
The Disney Homestead. The original.
It is very funny to think that like the movie Babylon takes place like
Illinois.
2 years after this show,
Oh yeah, I know.
and it's
Yeah.
like they're just living on completely like 100 years apart.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
they
that's
do.
like
Lifestyle.
that scene where Ford is like talking about like
Mhm.
New York and just
Mhm.
like the picturesque.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boston.
I loved all
Mhm.
that.
Boston.
I really like where he's like, can't I just ease into the technological age? And she's like, yeah, well, I'll just let you decide which one of these things we buy first.
Yeah, which car?
Made me chuckle. Yeah,
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 good
that
stuff.
was great.
it's
And
really
I like
cute.
I liked when Alex was like, "Well, so, did she say something about plumbing or
Mhm.
something?"
Yeah,
Oh,
about
right.
electricity.
And he goes, no, or
Sklenar
something.
was like, "There's no electricity in Montana." She's like, "Oh, next you're gonna tell me there's no
There's
plumbing."
no plumbing, and
She
he's
turns
like,
around, and she's like,
He's like, nope.
"Funny the things that men forget to mention when they're trying to vet their wives."
Yeah,
She may
exactly.
be, cashing in on that prenup.
She's just like, "Okay, well, this should be interesting."
Mhm.
I feel
Who knows?
like
They're so far away. By the time they get there, they could easily have plumbing.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It
going
might
to
be
take them that long. It's
when
going to
they
take them a month
Yes.
to even.
They will have electricity.
yeah,
they
they're going to
will
be
have
on
a
war
stove.
bonds. They're going to have a victory garden. They're going to have, yeah, like
World War II before he gets back from World War One.
Yeah.
That's,
that's
he
how
shows
long
up.
it's going
They're
to
all
take.
dead. There's just Dabney Coleman baby
Because
laying
they
in the
should have
ground.
just, they should have traveled by map. It would have been a lot faster.
Yeah,
we
no,
must
they
raise
should've
this
traveled
Dabney
by-
Coleman baby now.
this old wrinkly baby.
It's so
Debbie,
gross.
Looking up at him.
hold me, Spencer. It can talk, obviously, because it's just an old baby.
Obviously.
Yeah.
He's like, where's Dolly Parton and with that other Jane Fonda, so I can. Where did that 9 to 5 movie? Or what was it?
Oh yeah, he was in 9 to 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, where are you going? But yeah,
He was in 9 to
He got
5.
there.
I'm thinking Cloak and Dagger when I think Dabney Coleman.
Oh yeah, Cloak and
Oh, that's
Dagger's
right.
awesome. I
That's
love
right.
Cloak and Dagger.
Wow,
That's a
really,
great.
that show,
I get him mixed up with John Hillerman from Magnum PI for some reason.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Like I always have to think, which one is that now with the mustache?
No, that's
That's
I
a whole
love
different.
Dr. Earl, you're speaking my language now. I'm a big Magnum PI.
There you
guy.
go, man. There you
the
go.
new one.
No.
No.
Hey, listen,
Never
man.
seen it.
I think you put Brendan Sklenar in a new Magnum series, dude. It would take off. I'm telling
Well,
you.
No,
mustache?
he's about to be. He's gonna be.
He's going to be the new Indy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I'm
I'd be fine with that.
a Mark now. If you put him in anything, I'll
I
watch
think
it.
he's about to be big. I think he's gonna take off. Well, the problem is Glenn Powell is probably going to take off a little bit because they're basically the same person.
Well,
I mean,
a little
so
bit,
Glenn
yeah.
Powell's probably got the inroad.
I don't know if he could wear that stash.
I was
like
gonna say
all,
Glenn Powell can't wear that mustache.
Glenn Powell's
Man.
gonna look like a not nice person in a white van with that
When do we
mustache.
get a BL
Looks like a
striker
molestation.
reboot?
No, he's gonna look like this. No, I don't.
Did
look
you
like
say
Glenn
something
Powell.
about BL Striker?
Yeah, when do
Garrison?
we get a BL striker reboot?
Is that where Dabney Coleman was also?
I know.
What are we talking about? I
But
don't,
BL striker's got a great mustache.
What show was Dabney in for so long? He was on a television
wasn't
show.
he on like a sitcom or something?
Detective or something?
Cagney and Lacey? No.
Was he in? He wasn't in Night. Was that him in Night Stalker? That wasn't him. in
No,
Cold
no, that's
No,
Darren
that was-
McGavin.
Yeah.
Darren somebody. Darren
He wasn't
McGavin?
Spencer for Hire, was he? No, that was
No,
somebody
no.
else.
No. Yeah, he was not.
I thought he did a.
No,
I
that
thought he was in a detective show.
Gerald
The
McRaney.
Slap Maxwell story.
Slap.
What? He's in
War
that.
Games.
We trust you. We believe you. I just don't know.
He was a voice in Recess.
Dude, that dude has been around.
He's been in a
forever.
lot of things.
Yeah, he was. He was. in
I
all
Dream
the
of Jeannie.
No, he's in a lot of
Bonanza?
stuff.
Columbo.
That's maybe, but he
Well,
wasn't.
everyone's
the
in
main
Columbo.
villain.
He wasn't.
Everybody.
Yeah, I mean that was like the
Tootsie.
the precursor to Law and Order. Like
Yeah.
everybody was on it.
Everybody was in Columbo, which is basically
Oh,
just
he was in Boardwalk Empire. I guess.
Did
Yeah.
you guys catch the Wyoming train station
Yeah,
reference?
I did. I saw. Yeah. That's where all
Mhm.
those
Well, tell me what.
the pile of bodies at the Wyoming state line.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That was interesting.
That's the train station.
The
I
train
really
station.
liked the line about the I do this for the children I haven't met yet, or the
Yeah,
children
from
of the children I
child
haven't
of
met
the
yet.
child I'll never.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
He's thinking a long ways ahead.
Mm.
Yep.
Well, that's how those Duttons are. They play the long game.
I do this for the baby Dabney Coleman.
it's so creepy.
So really, he pretty much just said, "I do this for Kevin Costner." He
Yeah.
said, "The child of the child I haven't
The
met."
child of the child. Yeah, exactly.
He
That's
said
it.
it was the child
Oh,
of the
yeah.
child
Yeah,
I'll never
yeah.
meet.
The child of the
Hmm.
child I'll never meet. Yeah, exactly.
And then
So that's
some.
Kevin Costner.
I like that they they're never going to get to have like a really lighthearted moment without it being tinged with some sort of. There's always going to be some undertone as with tragedy or
Sure.
whatever, and so I like those little moments because almost in the same short span, and they're having this really heavy conversation about future generations and when you're buried under a tree and
Mhm.
blah 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 blah. And I don't know. I really like how they
I'll
play
make
that
sure
back
they
and
don't
forth.
turn your gravesite into a
Mhm.
city.
Yeah,
I'll make-
exactly.
I'll make sure they don't build a Buc-ee's here.
Buc-ee's.
She talked about
Buc-ee's have
wiping
not gotten that
him like
far
he was
north
an
yet.
infant, and now
Yeah.
I'm imagining them wiping Dabney Coleman.
Dabney Coleman. Baby Dabney Coleman.
Maybe Dabney.
Baby Dabney.
Baby
You gotta be, yes.
What is
It's
going
just
on?
a baby with Dabney Coleman's
I was-
face.
I was about to
That's
say,
what it
putting
is.
his face on it. Yeah.
Baby with Dabney Coleman. But old, like baby with old Dabney Coleman's
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Like in
That's
that
what I
one
was
scene
saying.
in the scene
Yellowstone.
that he probably died on set.
Yeah,
He
right.
filmed that scene with Kevin Costner a couple of
Yeah.
seasons ago.
Yeah, he was supposed to have a recurring role. He died on camera, and they just went with kept role. They just went with it.
Again, Taylor Sheridan was like, keep on filming that.
Did you get
This is
that?
great stuff.
You've got to spin this off.
Don't start crying.
Oh, right.
There's going to be a prequel
That's right.
series.
Yeah. It's-
Hit your mark. Y'all are terrible.
Wait, us? I'm
You're
just
egging
minding
it
my
on.
own business.
It's called deflection.
That's right. That's right.
And you did it
Anyone
well.
else get HIV prevention ads during 1923?
What is Garrett? What channel? What is he? What show is Garrison on?
No, I have the higher tier of Paramount Plus where I don't have to watch
No.
commercials.
I too have the
They're in
higher
bed,
tier.
but yeah.
HIV. No, I get more syphilis. Birmingham. It's kind of a thing. So.
It is a
It's
thing in
kind of a
Birmingham.
thing.
It is a thing in Birmingham.
I'm afraid you can't.
It's on the
use
side of our
policy
buses
now.
here.
Syphilham.
Yeah, syphilis. That's right.
It just there on the side of the buses.
That's
The
the-
actual
Yeah, it's
syphilis.
Fight syphilis.
Oh, the advertisement.
That's what the
Come
mayor
join the
runs
tes-
on every
I can't do
time.
the
Well, it's
joke.
widespread. You can't. You
I can't do
don't
the joke,
use a
I'm sorry.
toilet anywhere but Buc-ee's.
That's true. They keep those things clean, man.
Here's the things they say about Statesboro down here. But
What is that? What is it? Local
it's
reference?
It's a college town.
Oh, okay.
Georgia
Oh.
Southern University.
Yeah.
Oh, Georgia Southern.
Oh man, that's a cesspool of
Chlamydia is
STIs.
that's their mascot.
The Eagles.
The
sure, yeah.
chlamydia.
Chlamydians.
Is that like midichlorian? Is that a thing? That's
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Star
Oh,
Wars
wow.
thing.
Some people have it.
I did a Star Wars.
You did a Star Wars, yeah.
Did a
Well
Star
done.
Wars.
Well done.
Thanks, Lucille.
Go watch yourself a Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great scene.
That is a good scene.
Here's $10. Go see a Star Wars.
Netflix is taking Arrested Development off of their platform.
Yeah.
Too
they're
bad I
probably-
have it on
What?
DVD.
And their season. And the season that was made for Netflix. They're taking it.
They made two for.
Yeah, they did 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. They did it too. I'm like, what?
They were so
streaming
bad, but I could not watch
They
They
them.
were
bad.
bad, but yeah, there was some
I
okay
quit
stuff
watching
in them.
mid season 5.
Wait, what was
I'm
that?
gonna. Yeah, I
The
stopped
Netflix
watching
season.
like 3 episodes into season 4.
Season 4 and 5.
Those
are
first 2
awesome.
seasons
I-
are the
I-
greatest TV ever made.
Season
Yeah,
4
yeah.
was kind
So
of a
great.
guilty pleasure for me.
It had moments. It was nice.
Yeah.
Some of the callbacks.
okay, yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Bias
so.
is always great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
but,
yeah, yeah.
but season 5.
Martin
was just
Short's
garbage.
Venus
character.
Art.
God, I loved Martin Short's character is basically baby Dabney Coleman, where you have to throw him from.
Yeah. Why did no? Did we miss anything in this episode?
No, I think we covered everything.
Got
I'm
it.
trying to
We
think.
got it.
We yeah, we
Yeah,
got
I
it.
don't
Robert
think so.
Pat. Hey, look, Robert Patrick's doing some good work too.
I like.
Oh, for sure.
He's it's rare to see him do good work, and he's doing some pretty good work in
Yeah,
this.
it's
I was
better
really-
than,
Although he was good in Peacemaker, also.
Yeah,
He
but
was very good in Peacemaker.
cover him
Yeah.
up with that mustache, like because he looks like Robert Patrick otherwise, and it's hard.
That's a sweet stash, though, man.
It's hard
right.
to separate the two, But yeah, he was good.
He doesn't look like the T1000 anymore.
He's
No,
put
he
on
does
quite a
not.
bit of. He's kind
Need
of
to get
like
out there and
fleshed
try running
himself
like
out
that.
a little bit. Yeah,
He's fleshed himself out a little.
he's
bit.
a little plethoric looking.
He's
He looks
grown
like
into
he's-
his body,
yeah.
girl.
He's
That's what us
grown.
big boys like to say.
Well, it's for
That's
the
right.
role. It's for
He's
the
big
role.
boned.
Well, it was 30 years ago, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was
92
I don't
Yeah.
look like I used to look
91
like the
maybe?
T1000 at
92.
one time. And I don't.
Yeah.
So.
Or 91. Wow, it was 91.
Yeah, I think it's 91. Yeah.
That's crazy.
in the scene where Spencer is trying to help Alex swim out from under the tugboat, I
Yes.
was really kind of secretly bracing myself, like thinking that they were going to show
Oh,
the
no.
captain's dead body float
Mm.
by.
Oh yeah.
It was going to be really, really like just
Here's
one of
the
those
body.
like kind of jump scare, like all bloated or whatever. I was like, oh no, please don't do that. But they didn't.
No, it didn't.
Well,
I was
had
pleased
Mo-
with that.
Couldn't get Peter Stormare for another day.
He doesn't work for scale.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
more
no, no, no.
expensive.
No. He does work for scale.
No. Peter Stormare's he's one of the greatest character actors.
He's very
He's
solid.
Good. He's good. You're
He
right.
just
Uh,
he becomes whatever he is. He's trying to be.
I
you're
was worried
giving him
Alex-
a bit too much. He can't break that accent. You're giving him a bit too much. As
No,
far
he
as
always
his
has an
ability.
accent because he has one, so he plays characters with weird accents. But
Right,
where
right.
he was the Russian in Armageddon.
Yeah, it's always a
Space
Slavic type of villain or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
his MO.
Pro Peter Stormare.
Did
I'd say-
anybody else think Alex might die, like at some
No.
point during this?
No chance.
No, because
I thought she was going to slip on the hole.
Spencer was going to get more sick, maybe like it was going to be like a sunstroke type thing.
When
I
he
was like,
wasn't,
dude, they're
like,
going to let him
waking up
burn
right
up, and
away.
then yeah.
He should be blistered. I know he's been out in Africa, so he's got plenty of he's good and leathery, right? but
Yeah.
he should be blistered pretty bad.
What he has
Well,
that.
he had a little bit of blister on.
He has
when
that
they were on the
gas
boat.
or that chemical burn scar from
Oh,
the
yeah.
war, and I was kind of like,
maybe
every-
it protects them.
well, no, I don't think so. It's not like a it's not like a
Better than
rabbit's
sunscreen.
foot,
Preserved.
you dummy. But like, they just kept panning over him, and I was like, why doesn't the rest of his skin look crunchy? Yeah.
And quite
Yeah,
the
that
band
was
it
another thing that they threatened and then didn't do anything with. They made a big deal about we're not going to live out here in the sun for a day. Well, you did. And there's
Some of
no.
it's probably like pre-dusk, or I don't know, whatever. But
No, they picked him up
At
at
one
night.
point
I mean,
they
it
said
was at
6
night when they got
hours.
him.
Yeah,
6
they said they've been
hours.
up there for 6 hours, and then
But you have to think like the ozone was probably really in pretty good shape back then. So it
No,
seems like
no. That was after the
I-
Industrial Revolution.
just kidding, guys.
there was no Ohio train derail.
Oh,
in that
man.
area.
Mm.
Yeah.
toxic atmospheric.
It's no
event,
vinyl
or what
chloride.
What do they call it in white noise? An atmospheric toxic
It's
event.
uncanny
Yeah.
how similar what's going on now is to white
Yeah.
noise. I'm like, what the heck is
It's,
happening?
does
And
that.
then the Arizona truck, the semi that flipped over had that
Oh, yeah.
orange stuff coming
Oh,
out
my
of it.
gosh.
It's like,
Yeah, that was a
Like,
little.
do not now turn around.
And
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have aliens in
Don't put
Alaska
your
and
cell
over the
phone
Great
away
Lakes.
and turn away from
It's
that
bad.
orange
We got
cloud
we got
of
not
death.
just chemicals everywhere and aliens over Lake
Mhm.
Huron.
Yeah. It's
They're like
Oh, my
going to
goodness.
hell. And then there was an we
It's time to move to
Asteroid.
Montana.
there was an
Yeah.
asteroid in Europe yesterday.
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
That we knew was coming like hours early. They're like, "Hey, everybody, there's one going to be it's going to hit France or
Whoops,
whatever." It didn't hit the
whoopsie.
ground.
Oh, why didn't
But-
it do more damage? Oh.
I know, yeah, it
Oh.
didn't hit the ground, but like
Good
they
grief.
saw this thing coming.
Sir.
Not a big fan of the Parisians, but
Listen, my
No.
nephew's in
I
France.
might have to work there like in a year or two. So
Yeah.
it just needs to stay there
they're not
so
very
that I
good
can
at that
buy a
food.
chateau and stuff.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, chateau.
A
Oh,
chateau.
hey, we'll come
That's a
visit.
French word. You know that
Oui, oui.
the French have no
Deucecast
word for
live in
entrepreneur.
France.
No word for what?
Entrepreneur.
Sure, it's not girl boss.
Mm.
Oh, snap!
Zing!
Zing!
You didn't ask Beth Dutton.
Oh my gosh. I
You
don't
got
miss
any
that.
damn horse devereaux? What do they call them? I want me some of them horse devereaux.
When I was a kid, my grandparents used to jokingly call them whores ovaries.
Oh, horse ovaries.
And even as a wee child, I was like, "You're saying that wrong. It
Yeah.
means appetizers."
Yeah.
That's apps.
I always knew what I wanted to do. So even as a small child, it bothered me.
Like, you're not saying the word.
Yeah.
Just call them appetizers.
Fun
It's
fact,
appetizers.
Melissa, now that you've seen Harry Potter, did you know it's actually pronounced Voldemort?
Yeah, I knew that.
There's no
Hmm.
T at the end of it.
There's no T pronunciation.
Is that
but in
true?
the movies, they broke-
Voldemort.
Yeah. Rowling says it's true. The movies didn't abide by that.
I don't believe anything Rowling says.
No.
No. It's not a retroactive. It's like he's a French name, so it's
Oh well, yeah.
Well, but they're a bunch of British kids, right? So they didn't know. Voldemort.
Okay.
His name is his
Voldemort.
spoiler alert. It's Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
yeah.
no.
And you
Thanks,
pronounce the
thanks.
T in Tom Riddle.
Tom Marvolo Riddle. Yeah.
It's not
I'm
Riddle.
gonna start calling him Riddle.
Wait, did you just?
Oh no, you don't pronounce the T. Okay.
Well, you don't
Sure you
pronounce
don't,
the end
Garrison.
of in French. You don't pronounce like the end of words or in some.
don't.
Depends on if there's a vowel after the consonant and what accent mark is over it. Sorry, I
Again,
didn't mean
I
to
was
cut
really
out.
wish
Oh.
that
Pronounce
was
blue. They say it's the like it's not even. They don't even make a non-human sound. It's the
This is a start of a really long conversation, Rhett.
Omelette du
Which you
fromage.
could-
So
you could
is
put
it
call
on-
them French fries. I call them
J'accuse.
is it escargot? Is that how you say it?
escargot.
That's
Yes,
correct.
Escargot.
Fillet of fish.
Philip Mignon.
Fillet
Yeah.
mignon.
Oh my god.
Hey, Mikey, should I subscribe to the show? Should I do that?
I need
He's trying to
another.
wrap you up. He's trying to wrap it
It's
up.
trying to wrap
Okay,
you
yeah,
up.
let's
Kinda like this.
Okay,
No, I'm
okay.
not.
No, that's fair. That's fair. We can
I'm not
wrap
trying
it
to
up.
wrap you up.
Earl's
That's
like,
what
hey,
you
you got
just
said.
5 minutes till commercial break.
Music
Michael.
being
It's a
piped in, like the
joke, it's a
Oscar,
joke.
it's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
hurry up,
yeah.
Take us off.
the hook.
Yeah, they're asking. Speaking of the Oscars, they're asking them to do 45-second speeches this year, so we
Thank
can
you.
honor
that'll fly.
all of them. We want to be able
Is
to
that
honor
short?
every category.
Oh.
No, they said they're going to make sure every category is live. They're going to do it like back like they did it today.
Oh.
It's going to be a 5-hour show. It's going to be ridiculous. 'Cause
No,
there's
see, it's going to be a 3.5-hour show because we got rid of the stupid fan vote crap,
Oh my god, that
which
stuff
took
is
up
so
like
dumb.
30 freaking minutes after you pre-taped like 10
And the
Oscars.
Snyder people, the Snyder people.
And yeah, it got botted to hell.
Oh,
Not only
that
did
thing,
Snyder people
yeah,
bot it,
that
but
was nuts.
Cinderella ironic fans botted it. That was huge in the voting too.
Yeah, Cinderella and the Snyder fans never
The,
give them
the
an
Cinderella
opportunity.
Amazon Prime movie that nobody cared
Oh
about.
God, that
The Billy Porter
Yes.
fairy.
Yes,
oh,
Billy
that
Porter-
one.
the Billy
Okay.
Porter.
Yeah, and
one,
the
yeah.
and the
Not
actress
the Disney
singer
Yeah.
chick who was dating somebody. Wasn't she dating like Shawn Mendes? Is she the? is she
Yeah,
sure.
at some
Yeah,
point
whatever.
she was. Yeah, you mean Lyle Crocodile? That's Shawn Mendes.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
mean-
yeah.
He does the-
Do you mean budget Ariana Grande? Yes.
Mia Cabello.
Wow.
Oh, shots
Dang.
fired.
Camila Cabello.
I hope the
Yeah,
Satanists
that's what I
come out
said,
like they did at the Grammys.
Hmm?
I hope the Satanists come out like they did at the Grammys.
Yeah, well, Sam Smith and
I mean,
Don't
Tom
be
Cruise
there.
could win.
yeah.
We'll see.
Satanist.
The Satanists are always there, so
That's true. Yeah, they might not talk
likely
about
to happen.
it. That's very likely to happen. Exactly. All right, Garrison, where can people find you on the interwebs? We're ending this thing.
Do I want people to
What?
find
You don't
me?
have to.
Yes, we're ending this thing.
Okay. Thank
You can find me on Twitter at GRyfun3. You can send your complaints there.
Send your complaint.
And on Instagram and Letterboxd at GRyfun. I've actually been watching movies lately, which is good. I've been catching up on awards season stuff. I've seen all the animated noms.
I saw that. You've been
I've seen
catching up
all
with
Really?
everything.
I've seen all the Best Picture noms except for Women Talking because I mean, gosh, who wants to see women?
Oh, Garrus. No.
No.
It's-
man.
Well, it's been fun.
It's the
No.
it's the easiest joke to make. I can't believe they named the
Uh,
movie that.
I know.
It was
Anyway,
It was a
Well,
weird
he's
time
not
to
going to
do
listen
that.
to your podcast.
The
Will.
real reason. The real reason I haven't seen Women Talking is because I haven't played it anywhere near me. So
I always have a male guest, so I sound smarter. Don't worry.
Oh,
nice.
golly. I love that.
No, so you could.
All right, Lumberjack Rhett. Where can
I've got a new website. It's WarwickDavisDeathWatch.gov.
Gov? Oh, government
You can't do that.
organization.
You can't do that. No.
the government's running some
He's a
experiments with
TLP,
that.
man. Come on.
What is wrong with you?
What?
I think
wish that upon
Earl should
Warwick.
just start randomly saying this on the movie show, and then nobody gets it. James would be like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
Billy
And
Barty
then it'll catch
lived
on.
till he
Then
was
it'll
like
catch on.
85.
Is
He
that
was-
a medical term?
I mean, it happens.
How old was Troy Werner or whatever?
All right. Let's look at.
Vern
Well, he died.
Troyer,
Vernon?
but he died of
Troyer,
other-
Vern Troyer, he
Vern
changed out
died
early.
of other reasons. He did not.
But he did a lot of.
He did a
bad
lot
stuff.
of things.
How old was Kenny Baker? He was only in
He
his
was
30s.
old. No, he was
He was not. Kenny Baker.
old.
I can't even do this
Well.
math.
I mean, look, let's go the other way
Vinny.
with it. The guy that played Jaws, that dude lived forever. He was in the Adam
He's not
Sandler
that
movie.
tall. That's movie stuff. He wasn't.
Kenny
Yeah.
Baker was
Oh,
82.
he was tall. He was
No,
tall.
Kenny
he
Ba-
wasn't.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't giant tall. He wasn't like 7'8",
Yeah.
or these guys in Africa. The one or two of them are like 8'3", and they look like that. They look like they are. They're like that Close Encounters alien, the big one that comes out.
He looked
Billy-
like Todd Lee.
Kenny Baker was
They're very
81,
spindly.
1
They're
week away
spindly.
from 82.
Okay, and look up Billy Barty.
Yeah, and Billy
He-
Barty
I think
lived
he
till
lived.
se-
I
he's
think he lived
76.
longer than Kenny Baker.
76. I just
Oh,
looked it up.
76. Okay, you just looked it up. Okay, so not as
He born
close
in
then.
1924,
Well, that
died in
means-
2000.
At best, Warwick Davis got another 20, 30 years. That's it.
That's
Good.
a long
Mm.
time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
We can have at least 5 more Willow reboots.
I don't have that long.
Have I ever? I've been 5 feet within him before.
Oh yeah. I've been pretty.
He was at the last tour to indoor, and he like strolled by me on the scooter he was on, and I didn't even realize it was him. Dad was like, "That was Warwick Davis." I was like, "Oh,
How far away?
like 4 or 5
That's
feet."
two Warwick. You took
1.5.
Warwick Davis.
1.5 Warwick Davises away.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
No.
Hey,
This
Tommy
is not-
at that last tour in there, Tommy got a picture with the chick that played Rose. Like nobody knew who she was.
Oh yeah,
Really?
She was just as nice as she could be. He talked glowingly about her.
Yeah. I mean, and
I
she
like
had.
Kelly
her.
her?
I like her. Kelly Marie Tran. I like her.
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
like Kelly Marie Tran.
I like Rose.
Was that
Vern
the
Troyer
same?
died at
Was that the
49.
Last Jedi?
Oh wait, no. That was the other
Celebration?
one. No, that was the second
I
one.
thought
that
it was
they did.
6 or
was-
whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
before-
That was 6. That was 6.
It was before the Last Jedi. That he saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. They had that same event. They had a similar event
'Cause-
than the last two.
Because we met up during the Last Jedi one,
Yes.
sort of, in
yes.
Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney. Yeah. That was. Rhett, you went to that one with us, didn't you?
I ain't never been to one at all.
He was not there at dinner.
Me, I
I
Tommy
wanted
was
to go
there.
to London. I wanted to go to England, but y'all nobody will go.
You know what? I don't have Concord money. I mean, what do you?
Let's do it.
Concord
Let's do
doesn't
it.
fly anymore.
I'll take a ship
1,500
there with
bucks,
you.
you can get
I'm
a
gonna take a
seat.
Yeah,
tugboat
exactly.
there with me.
Let's take
A
a ship and
tugboat.
see how a tugboat and see how long it
Tugboat.
takes to get
Through
there.
the Suez.
Yeah, just make sure there's enough air when it flips over, right? Air pockets.
Yeah, we
Right,
better leave.
exactly.
We better leave now.
Rhett, did you want anybody to find you on Twitter?
No,
I mean,
no.
okay. You don't want anybody. Roth,
You could find him on Lao She's plane, and
Loud
And,
Shades, really good
whatever his name
reference.
is.
Roth, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Yes, Roth from Wyoming on the social medias, Letterboxd, Instagram, Twitter, the Good Day for a Movie podcast. Our last episode was on
Look,
the greatest musical ever
Sage.
made, Singing in the Rain. as
Sage,
punishment
why
for
was I
Sage.
not surprised that he didn't like it?
I will say he gave way more praise than I thought he would.
He did.
He said
You're
it was
right.
a
Who,
if you are
Yeah.
able to tolerate musicals, he thought it was a great movie.
I think that's
But he's
high
not able
praise
to
from
tolerate
him.
them.
That is
for sure.
pretty. That is pretty high
That's
praise.
not
for him.
praise.
You're right.
That
Our
was a
next
good episode.
Our next episode is going to be on Paris, Texas.
Oh.
Thank
That's
you.
I'm
a
gonna-
Criterion
I'm gonna
collection
go see that in the theater. They're showing it here at the little art theater.
That-
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Tate
What's
saw it in the
going on
theater
with-
last week.
Who's
Oh,
that
okay.
director on that?
It's Wim
I don't know, but
Wenders.
it's Criterion, so
It's Wim
Yeah.
Wenders, the
Yeah.
same
Wim
guy that
Wenders?
Is
did
it?
Paris, Texas.
Wings of Desire.
Yeah,
and Till the
yeah.
End of the World.
Till the end of the world.
5-hour cut. Yeah.
I've got that cut. I own
Mhm.
that mega cut. Dr. Earl, off the grid as always.
I'm in the
You're-
Discord.
You're in the Discord
sometimes.
every once in a while. In the
Not really,
pretentious
but
corner.
sometimes.
Not really.
Yes,
but
I'll
sometimes.
drop some pretentiousness.
Melissa, is the episode dropping next week? Is it?
Ooh,
Are we
I thought it
there?
was wasn't it 23rd?
Yeah, we're there.
That's next week.
Thursday, February
are
23rd.
we in
the
post production?
yeah,
Wow.
there's actually 5 episodes in the can.
Whoa.
What?
Very nice.
So, yeah.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Because of the volatility of my work, if anything were to happen, I want to be able to put out content.
I feel that.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
we
hard.
recorded I'm not
Yeah.
kidding you, 25 or 30 episodes before we released one.
Mm.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Really?
I was pissed. Yes, I kept wanting to release, but they're like, nope, we got to. And I'm glad we did. It was well
Thank-
worth
Thank
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's a
you
lot
know,
of banking.
Melissa, who can record every Sunday night to do a podcast,
I
a
know,
whole
for
movie
real.
show?
Who can do that? Who has time for that? People with no lives.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited for it.
Oh,
do you
thank
want
you
to
so
sneak?
much.
Do you want to
Hey
sneak
guys,
who's on the
happy
episode?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, come on.
Oh, sorry.
no, no thanks. No thanks.
No, Earl.
No thanks.
What's that? Oh,
So
I don't know what I'm doing.
we're so gone.
I know this is. People should have turned this off hours ago.
They did. Earl, they did. They did.
Really did.
The first episode's just me.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay,
it's
cool.
just me. It's just me and a good story and just a getting to know you.
Aw,
So
love it.
but I'm
Super
recording on Monday with some guests where I think it's sure to be like an hour and a half long.
Oh,
So,
nice.
It's
Lot
gonna
of
be
food
like
talk.
a swap. Well, we'll be on each other's. We'll just drop it at the same time. It'll be really great.
Mm.
Good
wow.
synergy.
So-
nice.
That's
Yeah.
podcast.
It'll be
synergy.
really
I
good. So
like
that's
that.
that's the Food for Thought cast at Facebook and Instagram, or foodforthoughtcmc@gmail.com or foodforthoughtcast.com. And then you can find me at That's Mrs. Chef, or That's Ms. Chef, excuse me. I think my screen name's single. That's Ms. Chef on Instagram and Twitter.
I love it.
So
Sorry. We've got to do it all
Nate,
over
there's
again.
a rewind button.
Aussie Nate wants us to. We're gonna do it all over again. No.
Give
Back
the
to the
Warwick
beginning,
Davis,
Nate.
the Warwick
Oh,
Davis,
Tiny
okay.
little people.
Yes.
Well, let's end this thing. It was
Yo.
fun as always.
Yeah, I
the
had a great
chat.
time.
Thanks for hanging out. Melissa was in the chat for a while. Brian, who's always there, was in the chat. It was Brian's birthday today. My wife's
Happy
uncle, and
birthday,
I didn't even
Brian.
know it was
Aw,
his
happy
birthday.
birthday,
Yeah,
Brian.
I feel horrible. And Aussie Nate coming
Thanks
in
for
at the
coming
very
in.
end. Thanks for hanging
in the
out,
clutch
buddy.
at the very end.
Just in time.
Yep. We are releasing the Deucecast movie show tomorrow with special guest Jeremy Burgess. Oh my
Mm.
goodness.
Yay!
Virginine's Day.
Virginine's Day.
Yeah,
payoff.
it's the Virginine's Day payoff.
Sometime
so
soon it's
we're
got to
releasing
be
that tomorrow.
International Earl, right?
I know. We're going to do International Earl after the Oscars, probably.
Gotta wait for
That's
the Oscars
usually-
first.
Got to wait for the Oscars to hit. And the Duceys, of course.
Mm,
The
yeah,
Ducey
well,
nominations
the
are
more
coming out
important.
very soon.
You should just
We've-
leak them
we've
to
got
me so I can
Very
start
soon.
on them.
Very
I
soon.
can't wait for the reaction. I want to see the reaction.
The reaction is the one I'm most waiting for.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
Nate's
great.
Have that.
we got to get together on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, yeah.
losers.
We need you to So we'll be back next week to talk about episode 9 of, is that right? Episode 9 of The Bad Batch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
And then episode 7 of 1923. Good grief. Almost
And then
over.
Thursday-
Hey, 1923 is getting a second
Yes.
season.
Thursday, the
Oh,
Quantumania
That's
Roundtable.
right.
Yes.
Next
Oh, that's
Thursday is the
right.
Quantum Mania Roundtable. That's going to
Oh,
be big.
yeah.
That's our first Thursday episode.
Don't look
Good
at reviews,
grief.
guys. Don't look at reviews. Don't look at reviews. Don't look at reviews.
I know. Don't look at the reviews.
not.
It's at what, 53%?
I've already looked.
Garrison.
I already looked at reviews.
It's too late. Thanks everybody. Thanks Garrison, Rhett, Roth, Earl, Melissa. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys.
Thanks,
It
guys.
was fun as always. And we will see
You're my
everyone
Valentine.
next week. Oh, that's special.
Oh.